welcome to D&D with R&D. It is time to rejoin our shenanigans in the Underdark, where we always manage to not do the thing we're supposed to do and instead get distracted and do a side quest. But to catch us up on our latest side quest, I'll hand it over to Micro, who will then hand it over probably to R&D, the DM.
I mean, that's the plan.
Usually that's how it goes.
Yes. So, last time
good with plans.
Last time in the Underdark, we arrived in Slinton. No, we didn't arrive. We arrived last time. Sorry.
No, yeah.
We continued to be in Slinton. There we go. And we went to talk and see if we could get some of the blue metal, or cyborgium as we have named it. And we couldn't, so Edsley decided to just fucking steal it. And
I mean, why not?
We got caught, and kind of got caught.
We did not get caught. They didn't have anything.
They don't have direct proof.
We didn't steal shit.
Anyways, so we spent what, an hour role playing,
waiting in a waiting room.
Yeah. The most intense waiting room session ever.
Actually, that was really intense.
Yes.
I mean, I felt pretty good about it.
And then we were kicked out. Well, we were kindly told to leave. So we went and found some lawyers who may or may not deal with our case.
Yeah, you gave them a contract.
Oh yeah, we had to go get some lawyers who knew about contract
law. And
law.
then we got went and got our cards and our what the fuck are they called? Streeters?
Streeters,
the big spider bug things that pull them. And we went on our way towards Suck, and it was going so well until we came by the Flump Disco.
Oh
yes, the Flump Disco.
It probably had a name. I don't remember it.
The Long Salt Tavern.
Yeah,
that is true. So we spent the night there, having shenanigans. Two of the party members had sexual shenanigans with each
pretty
other.
lousy ones, but trying to.
I tried.
So yeah, it was a very weird and very strangely horny session last time.
It was a very horny session. Two party members did end up spending the night at
rolling performance checks.
Rolling performance checks. I believe. Your interns ended up bonding together though. They ended up spending their time.
Yes.
So they ended up bonding together. Well, kind of just left them to do their thing, and they did their thing. Eventually,
they're adults.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to point out that it wasn't our performance checks that went badly.
No, it was the other people's.
That is a good. I feel like that's an important thing to point out.
That's very fair.
So, Beefcake and I don't.
Hottie McHotness, lady.
Yeah, I don't think I gave the other person a name, so
she wasn't gonna remember it. She wasn't gonna remember it anyway.
I mean, Beefcake's also not his name. But, they have names.
Well, Beefcake can be a name.
Beefcake could be a name.
Oh, Magic Mike.
Magic Mike was there. Magic Mike didn't do a poor performance check.
He was. Yeah, I should have invited Mike back as well. Then at least I would have doubled my chances.
But yeah, I think when we last left off, pretty much, green faded to black. I don't know where anyone spent the night.
We could probably wake up in our trailers.
Yeah, we literally have rooms outside.
Yeah.
You do have rooms outside, so I think
No. Felix is doing the walk of shame.
Felix is doing the walk of shame. Okay.
Out the back of the back of the tavern, hoping she doesn't meet up with the person she was enthusiastically participating with last night. Just walk of shaming it back to her camper at dawn.
Yeah, you find Bruno in the camper by himself. He also kind of struck out. He's been not having the best of luck with the ladies himself. So
Didn't get
Maybe
slapped
he
though.
was a weirdo.
Didn't get slapped. Learned a lesson about boundaries.
yes,
No.
we have learned lessons about boundaries.
Oh, and of course, Herrick sleeps in the hammock on the outside, so he's gonna see a walk of shame,
Oh, probably.
but he's not gonna understand what's going on. So,
Oh, there's something about a walk of shame that you want at least one person to see it.
It's not a real walk of shame if you don't have an audience.
If you don't have people
That's
around
true.
you that stare at you for you to feel shameful.
Also, you want people to think you've been out having great sex all night, so it's kind of actually like you're just
you can tell how great it is by how much confidence the person is walking with.
Still wearing my disco outfit, yeah. Right.
What is it?
All right. So with that, you all can
We all
wake
topped
up
up
in your
and
trailers. Yeah, you
reset
had
our
a long
spells.
rest,
Okay.
so I don't think you spent any, but yes,
okay.
you can reset your spells. That's I was going to before. Oh God, I forgot. I was going to because I've been busy in between things. Just to kind of give you all an idea of where your travels have taken you. I kind of put together a little. This is the Underdark as you know it so far. This is obviously not all the Underdark. But to kind of give you kind of a little bit more of a idea of where you've been and whatnots. This big old spiral that is Jocelyn. The big old road kind of in the middle, that's the King's Road that you've been using to kind of travel most of the place. Flinton is the square rune at the bottom.
Okay.
And then the little circles are kind of the dungeons that you've been in. So this is where the Crimson Vault was, where you found the key. The Obsidian Vault is under Slinton, so that one's down further underground. And this is where you found that weird cube temple that you got stuck in for like a week.
Oh right, yes. Okay.
What's this?
That is the manor that you went to when you saved what was her name? Lily? I believe her name was Lily.
That one little girl.
Yeah,
drow girl.
The drow girl. I believe her name was Lily.
I'm gonna guess this is the salt place.
Yes, that is the Long Salt. The Long Salt Tavern.
Okay.
So just to kind of give you an idea, kind of bearing. Obviously, there's more to the Underdark, but this is like where you've been, greatest hits kind of stuff.
I do have one question, which is, we had done some reading. How many hours of reading did we manage to get in?
For the day, you got your 8 hours.
Okay.
Yes. So, and I think you need 48.
48, and we already had a bit of like. I think we had some hours already. I have 1.1 at least in mind.
Yeah, you might have a little bit. Which might help you because it's 48 over 6 days, something like that, right? Yeah. So, you can count this as day 1 or day 2 of your 8 hours. So if you had like 1 or 1.5 before, you're at 9.5. But you're at day 2, so I'm not sure if 1.5 at day 2 is going to help you all that much, or if 8 at day 1 is going to help you. Whichever one's going to help you more is probably the one you should stick with. But yeah, you are. I need contracts from all of you who drank, which I think is all of you except for maybe Herrick.
I didn't drink.
Herrick had a bit, but like.
I didn't
So
drink, so
probably
I was
from the-
suspicious of everything.
Yeah, probably from Shavaris and Felix, who I think did a lot of drugs and did a lot of drinking.
Yeah. Hey, she's been doing mushrooms for a long time.
Felix.
Shavaris.
Felix.
That just makes the walk of shame even better.
Yes.
She's a mess.
Yeah. So Felix, you're a mess. You're gonna Shavaris, even though you did a lot of drinking, you feel and even though Beefcake wasn't all that good, you still feel, you don't feel you feel pretty good about everything. Everything's awesome.
It was a fun night out.
Yeah, I think Felix, all that flying in the magic room probably just it was too much with the drinking and your stomach.
Oh,
and
no.
I did it all. She did everything.
Yeah, so it's just not feeling so good. So so reading for you on a moving cart is probably going to be a real bad idea. You can definitely try, or you can.
I go up and I knock on Shavaris's door and I say, you know that hangover cure.
Oh yeah, girl, I got you. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, make sure you take it right before you go to sleep though, because apparently it gets a little bit worse before it gets better. You want to sleep through that part.
Okay. All right. So I tell I'm gonna start sleeping and I tell my charge to please wake me in a couple of hours.
All right, Bruno's gonna try his best.
Like, I'll just sleep for a couple hours, then I'll
be fine.
Then I'll be fine and I'll read as much as I can.
All right, sounds good. So for the rest of you, yeah, you can refill. Everyone's gonna maybe not the most restful of rest, but you all get your 8 hours, so you can retop yourselves off with whatever you may need to. Otherwise, yeah, you wake up to a rather quiet morning. The next morning, there just doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on this. You're off the main road, but not by a whole lot, but early enough that you don't have the giant caravans coming by quite yet. What would you all like to do?
Keep going on the road.
Yeah. Let's head out. We got places
on
to
the
be.
road again.
On the road again. All right. I take it you want to be riding and so that you can read while you're while your fellas keep doing their thing.
By the way, we've talked about it, and we would myself and Shava, we'd like to be known as the Shaws.
The Shaws. Okay.
Yeah, Shavaris and Java. Yes. Yes. The littler one is driving. I'm studying.
Sounds good. All right. So yeah. Felix, you wake up feeling. Did you take the potion before you went to bed, or are you gonna save it till after you wake up?
I took it before.
Before you went to bed. Okay. Okie dokie. So yeah, you feel much better this morning. You felt like absolute garbage when you went to bed, but after drinking that potion, you had some weird nightmare in the middle of the night. Something about bats. Like it's kind of hard to remember. It's a little cloudy. Something about bats and high pitched noises. But besides that, you feel hungry. But it's a new day. No. So you feel okay.
Cool. All right.
All right. And then from your interns, what's the order of carts we're riding in?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I don't have a strong opinion on this.
You would be in the Herrick, I believe, would be in the front, and I would be after him, because we were the ones kind of navigating things.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought
either
no,
that
it's Herrick.
or,
it's Herrick and Shavaris that was the one that's navigating anything.
Yeah, I was just helping with the criminal stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if
I make a great caboose.
I was gonna say, well, if you're sleeping and you're worried about, I can take up the rear. That way, you don't have to worry about having only one person, not checking stuff out.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So you can sleep, and I'll be caboose. The Shaws will bring up the rear.
Okay. Okay, so we got Herrick, Etzley, Felix, Shavaris, Shaws.
The Shaws. Yep.
The Shaws. Okay. So Herrick, Tiaho, needs to make either. Well, how are you? What is the method you're going to use to figure out where you're going? Because I guess you kind of have a vague idea of where you're going. You don't actually know where you're going. What is your destination?
Well, our destination is suck.
Yes, but you don't actually know how to get there. You have
We
an
know the-
idea on how to get there. Like you have you have your note, which kind of told you there's secret tunnels, but they're secret, so it's not like you know what where they are because they're secret. There's still the option of going above ground if you want to go above ground. You were kind of warned against that, but you can definitely do that. So what is kind of your idea of how you're gonna make it?
Do we know that the King's Road that we're currently on vaguely goes in the direction of Suck?
You can do Hera can do a survival to see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it'll go within like a day's travel to Sock. But that doesn't mean like the King's like just because the King's Road goes by Sock doesn't mean there's a tunnel connecting it directly. Or like that's more complicated. That part's more complicated. Sock is still like, even though Sock is underground, it's still in a overworld thing.
Yeah, it's still. Do I have any idea how far away from Suck we are?
Oof. 3 dimensions. Thinking in 3 dimensions. Difficult. How far away are you from Sock itself? You'd say at your guess so you don't know exactly how far from Sock. You know how far too close to Sock you can get. So this is a heritage estimate.
It's more like if we travel the whole day on the King's Road, are we then passing by it or like?
Oh, you're still several days. You're somewhere between like 3 and 5 days away. You don't know exactly where in that 3 and 5 days.
In that case, just like following the King's Road and getting closer to it seems like a perfectly good option.
And I remember last time I was gonna keep a look. Like I was. Never mind, my brain scrambled. Listen to me, I'm too tired.
I think I know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
I think at some point, just a reminder, you were told of outposts that might be able to give you information if you ask.
That's true.
I think that's what Esley's referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you were like, mercenary outposts that you were kind of told like you could ask there and they might have directions. You're at a tavern, you could ask there, they might have directions. Like there's going to be rest stops, taverns, towns that you can ask directions to.
That is true. We could go.
Yeah.
Is the tavern open at the moment?
The door doesn't seem to ever like have a door to it. More like a entryway than a.
Are there anyone inside it? Like if I poke in my head, like is there a bartender? Does it seem like there's actually
no? Everything's pretty quiet and locked up at the moment. Like everything looks, kind of messy.
It's one of those night places.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you went and knocked on doors, you could probably pick up somebody. But at the moment,
where do we know where that outpost is?
Do you know where that outpost is?
The one that was described in.
You know that it's off the King's Road, and that's probably the best you got.
Well,
could I take a look at the map to see if I could pinpoint where it is?
Yeah, you can try a survival, see if you kind of sticking around, you might be able to figure out. You're looking particularly for the mercenary outpost, right?
Yeah.
Or a mercenary outpost, I should say, because there's more than one on the way.
somewhere where we might be able to like ask.
Nope.
No.
I suck at survival. I was hoping you would say history.
There is an outpost all the way out here.
Hmm.
And we want to stay on the main road, right?
Well, that was one possibility. I don't know.
I say we do what we do best. Fuck it.
Fucking go to the one that you know of.
I don't know. I'm not much of a reliable source right now.
I don't know. I feel like we're probably gonna bump into like this isn't the last tavern. So if we just follow the the main road, I guess somehow we're gonna bump into something where we might be able to as long as we're going like vaguely in the right direction at this point, since we're still several days out.
True.
What does the rest say? Like that's my.
The rest of the team, what do you think?
Oh, she's reading.
I'm asleep.
You're
I
asleep.
trust Herrick to like just for a couple hours, then I'll wake up.
Yeah, I mean, if
Eric,
we
you're kind of in charge at the moment, I guess.
yeah, if we travel
then-
if we travel one day in the wrong direction, it's one day. So
Well, then I say we follow the
Yellow Brick
Fuck
Road.
it.
we follow the King's Road until we get to something that, like, if we see something that approaches a rest stop or a tavern on the way, we can stop and ask.
Yeah, and the King's Road, I don't know, because I imagine it more like so Christy probably has a better imagination about this than kind of more crowded areas. It's more like a Midwestern highway where there's just a whole lot of nothing for hundreds of miles, and then all of a sudden there's like a town. That if you're going at 70 miles an hour, you'd probably miss because it went by too fast.
Yeah, don't blink or you'll miss it.
Yeah. So you're gonna there's gonna be a whole lot of nothing, and then all of a sudden rest stop, or all of a sudden tavern, or all of a sudden town, and you're going much slower than that, so it's not like you're gonna have to worry about missing it. But that's more of it's gonna be. So it's not like a European highway where there's a city the whole way through or whatever, or even on the coasts where there's city all up and down the coast. It's long stretches of nothing and then a rest stop.
Yeah.
So even between you traveled between Slinton and the Long Salt Tavern in about a day, and that's been the only thing you've seen the whole day.
Okay.
So a whole day of travel, and you bumped into a rest stop, pretty much a tavern.
That works.
So just so you know, it'll probably be a while before you bump into the next thing. That's all.
Okay.
If you want to spend a day doing that, that is okay.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna stick to the King's Road, the King's Road for the most part is well maintained. So you don't really have to. Your team doesn't really have to worry about like hazards and stuff. It is a big trade route. People put their tax money into making sure that it's clean and whatnot, so that trade works smoothly. So for the most part, it's well maintained for a place in the Underdark. However, I would like all the drivers, which I think are all the interns, to do an animal handling to see how well they are keeping your beasts in check.
All right.
So that's some wisdom.
I
something
think
in it.
so.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Yeah, and these are tame beasts, so it's not like it's gonna be super difficult or anything. But I want to see how well they're doing.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's okay. Again, it's
Or sick.
not the worst. Okay, so if I remember right, Herrick was at the front, followed by Etzli, Felix, and then Shavaris. The shop
Yes.
at the very end.
Or
Okay.
sick, you drunk fuck.
Tiaho has absolutely no issues. She's bonding. Herrick, you probably don't understand why she's doing this, but you hear her talking to the streeter quite a bit.
No, I understand that.
You understand being friendly to having pets.
Yeah.
But you didn't understand pets. You were all like, "Why do you keep that cat around?" To Felix.
Well, that's because it isn't. That's because it isn't useful. That's because it isn't inherently useful. But
Rosie isn't useful.
Oh, you wait.
Okay. The point is, I literally have a thing where I naturally communicate with animals. Like this is a monstrosity, so it doesn't work on it. But like I do have something. Like, I'm not. I understand why she's doing it.
Well, she's having a full-out conversation with the streeter.
Okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah, the streeter isn't talking back in any language that Herrick can understand. It's not talking back. It's making clickety clackety sounds. But you do hear Tiaho kind of talking to it and having a full conversation about, the road and stuff. But you're mostly busy reading, so you're not paying that much attention. Just every once in a while, when you look up, you see her just talking away at her streeter. Let's go to the next high score, which is Shava. Shava's doing fine. She seems very relaxed. Sitting in the driver's seat. Just not very stressed out about much. Every once in a while, she'll praise the streeter. Oh, good job. You're keeping up pace real good, girl. But besides that, you don't. Everything's rather uneventful. Bruno is he's not struggling, but you see him kind of get kind of distracted a lot by all the stuff on the road. He's a rather excitable wizard, and so he's like, "Ooh, what's that? Oh, are those crystals up there, like lighting up the road? That's super cool." And he kind of wants to stop to look at them, but then realizes that everyone else is going, so I gotta keep up with everyone else. But otherwise seems to keep pace. Orsic, the DC was thankfully not that high. It was only a 10. So because these things are tamed, but you have a very kind of almost a stop and go kind of travel Etsley, where Orsic kind of realizes that he's falling behind Herrick, and so he'll whip the streeter to catch up, so all of a sudden you just get flung back as the streeter goes forward, and then he'll get way too close, and so he'll slam on the brakes and you get slammed forward again. So every once in a while you just back and forth. He doesn't seem to be able to keep a nice constant pace. It's just real fast, oh, too fast, and then just kind of does that for the next 8 hours or so.
I remember when I used to drive like that.
I still drive like that.
Unfortunately, there's no cruise control on streeters, so
can't set it.
A little difficult.
Yeah.
You gotta pay a little bit more attention. Orcus just struggling a little bit with that. So it's an uncomfortable ride, but nothing so out of the ordinary that gives you is going to give you any negative effects to anything. As kind of the day goes on, you eventually see that there's the caverns open up into this rather large underground lake. Lake might be a bit of an understatement. Well, lake Ocean. In the lake more in the Great Lakes of America, like
Michigan,
almost like a sea.
They're big enough that they have their own weather systems, basically.
Yes. So more like a sea, not quite an ocean, not that big, but they're huge. You cannot see to the other side of it. You see people starting to pull off to kind of start making camp near the edge of the lake. You see a lot of fires, kind of little bonfires being built, and people are putting up their carts and setting up to cook. And at the very there's this one little piece that kind of juts out into the lake, and there's almost like a cliff that goes up, and you see on top of it what appears to be some sort of settlement. I can take you there.
Oh, neat.
Oh, so that's
it's
from
a
the
bit
side.
further. Yeah. So the corner one, that's from the side, little hill, little cliffside, up onto this large lake. There don't seem to be. You don't see a lot of carts kind of going up to the settlement. You see a lot of them just kind of parked by the lake. And they don't really. It's not like there's a line trying to make it up there. People are choosing to park their carts on the lake and set up camp rather than go up to the settlement. But there seems to be something up there.
Are there any kind of like flags or symbols, anything flying up at the settlement?
Nothing that you can see right off the bat. No, even I mean, you can roll a perception, but even I think your passive perception is probably high enough.
My passive perception is 16, so yeah.
Yeah, it's high enough that nothing really catches your eye.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, want to go check out what's on the top?
Let's park the carts first. Maybe, I don't know.
You want to walk up there?
Well, maybe we should ask someone what's up there, so we don't go up and immediately get attacked.
All right. All right. Well, maybe we should. Who's got the highest charisma in the group? Go talking.
It's not me.
Let's see.
I have a +3.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you should go.
And
Yeah,
also
you should
have
go.
a high persuasion
Yep.
and deception. Yeah, you could be pretty persuasion and deceptive. Like you.
Porque.
So you want to talk to somebody? How are you going to pick your victim? I suppose.
I'm just gonna look around and see if I can find anybody who looks like they know things.
Anybody who looks like they know things.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Like they have a sort of confidence to them.
Insight would be a good one.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like a sort of confidence to them. Like, they've been here before.
Okay. Yeah, you see, as you were kind of pulling in, you see this one cart kind of it's what catches your attention is how quickly they set up camp. Like they park, they like get out, and in a flash they have like they pull like an awning out of their cart. They put they throw some wood down on the floor. Somehow one of them somebody comes out of the cart and casts like a bonfire all of a sudden appears. They're setting up tables and cooking gear and all of it. They're doing this. You have these two people doing this really quietly and efficiently, setting up their campsite.
Well,
they seem to be very good at this.
I'm gonna go up to them and say, "Excuse me."
Yes. Did you need water? We got salt. You got the newbies. They always forget something. We got plenty of salt. We got some dishware if you need it. Some pots and pans. What can I do for you?
I'm just wondering about that little town up there on the hill.
Yeah, that's a fun place. Oof.
Fun in what way?
Well, they're a bit they can be a little much. They do have an inn, so if you really like need a place to stay, they have an inn. We don't do that glamping kind of stuff. We camp. We don't need it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, but I get it. You're new. You need a toilet. You need all those things. They have pretty good food. They're gonna invite you to church though. They're big church
those kind of people.
Yeah. So they'll put you right up. They super cheap, very friendly, but you're gonna have to listen to their sermons. And you know what? We did that once, and
worst decision of your life.
Yeah, it was just it dragged on, and they wouldn't shut up about their God and this, and then at the end of it, it's just we just decided we're gonna stay down here. That's what most of you'll see people go up there. They're the newbies. They'll go up there. They'll stay the night. But it's if you're ready to talk about church, that's the place to go.
Metagame.
Oh.
I want to know if R&D is prepared a sermon.
Is R&D's gonna have to prepare? No,
I'm more curious.
Actually, I think I might.
I'm more curious what God is.
I'm just sensing another side quest.
I
Well,
want to know if it's a church that starts with a K and rhymes with owners.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not how he spells his name, but no.
Yeah, CH. I
He's a
think.
CH kind of guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
K kind of guy. But yes.
As a K Christie, we are the best Christies, not like the CR Christies. Well, I'd be a little bit curious to see if it was the Church of Kronos as well. I mean, I don't want to. They are looking for us, so
That is exactly why knowing if it's them, so we don't like camp right next to them.
yeah. Well, I mean, I
idea.
can shapeshift into an animal and run up there.
Well, no, you could just ask them.
Well,
Would Esteli know that the Church of Kronos is
Yes.
something we're avoiding?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so, because they're the
Okay.
ones you helped rescue.
the town from.
We would
Yeah, you
definitely
have.
she would definitely have been told about
and
it.
everything. Yeah.
Okay,
I think at this
okay.
point you've heard plenty about the Church of Kronos,
So-
and I'm sure everyone's told you about how they tricked them into going to church.
So I am gonna ask them.
Don't take the
Oh.
snacks.
I asked them which god that they worship. Why are they so fervent about it?
Oh, they have this temple of gosh, what was it? It's Liathethos, something like some weird. It's too much of a mouthful. Liarithized, something like that.
Ah,
Yeah, it's a mouthful all the time. But yeah, something, I don't know. They have a statue of him in the middle, some tentacle thing.
that's weird. Well, thank you for the information. I'm definitely not gonna go up there. I will sleep in my caravan.
Give me 1 second.
And then she's gonna head back and tell everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, when we want to sleep down here by the lake, or we
I
want.
don't do tentacle gods. That's not.
Don't do tentacle.
All right.
I'm just gonna keep reading for a few hours and then sleep a few hours, and
That sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, can we make the interns do the watch?
Yeah, you could make the interns do the watches.
Oh.
You have 4 interns, so they could
Yeah.
split the watches. So
I
you
only
wouldn't have
need
to
4
at all.
hours myself, so.
Herrick will probably want to do one of the watches.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, you'll have probably plenty of rations. If not, if you have Herrick around who can.
I will hunt something. I
More
will
than
fish something
easily.
up, and I will smoke it in my smoker.
Okay, if you're going to hunt something down, do a survival check. It's mostly going to be like you're going to do it, but I want to get a good idea of like
Whether
is
you
it any
get
good?
bluegills or you get bass.
So the lake is there's a nice
yeah.
lake here, which is really great for fishing. You bring out this like 3-eyed fish thing.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, you do it. You know, it's definitely not a gourmet meal by any stretch of the imagination, but with enough salt, anything tastes just fine. So you make it. Smoking takes a while. If you want to eat it,
Yeah,
for dinner
smoking
today.
takes several out.
Yeah. If you want to smoke it for dinner, you should have started that this morning.
Okay, I'll catch some. I'll catch a bit.
You can smoke it overnight, and it could be breakfast.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like I have a smoker built into my cart for a reason.
Yeah,
can
so
smoke
at
overnight.
17, you get a fairly big enough catch that you can split it up into having a little bit for smoked to last you longer for the trip, and you make a nice little stew. Again, the Herrick isn't much for flavors, so it's not like the most complex flavored thing. The fish adds a nice taste to it. You know how to salt things, But besides that, it's not like you're using saffron or anything.
I will add that Herrick is obviously being a lizard person. He obviously swims, like he has a swim speed. He can hold his breath, so he's catching them like by swimming in the water. So there will be this Herrick coming sexily out of the style.
And there will be Esley going humana.
That is exactly why I did that.
Oh, so Herrick is showing off for Esley now.
No. Micro was making a joke.
I think Esley can take that however she wants. If Esley's gonna take it as Herrick is showing off, Esley can definitely go right ahead and take that. Whether Herrick meant it or not is irrelevant at that point.
That's true.
Esley can take it that way if she really wants to.
Oh, I'm going to.
So, how much reading do we end up having done?
Okay, so you got the trip here took you about 10 hours. So you got 10 hours there. I know some of you have to sleep less than others of you. So at this point, dinner has been caught and prepared and stewed. So it's really a matter of how much more reading people want to do before bedtime, kind of thing.
I'll take an hour just so I get up to a nice number.
Okay, take an hour.
I will too.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, she read her book in the afternoon. So
yeah, so you got 10 hours already. So if you want to, anything else from there?
Is it broken down into hours or days? How are we tracking this?
So hours. So you have 6 days to do 48 hours.
Okay. Well, then I'll just cram.
Keep cramming.
Yep. Okay. I had myself down for 1 day, but was that 8 hours? Then?
Yeah, 1 day is 8 hours.
Okay.
Pretty much. So you had 8 hours before. So and now you're at 18. You need less sleep than everyone else.
Yes.
So if you want to add an extra 4 hours.
Yes. Swap out my 4 hours of sleep. I'm up to 22.
So you're at 22 and at day 2. So you might finish your book before everyone else.
Go away! I'm reading.
I mean, I'm at 20, so.
So So we're assuming that between the ride and camping, it's about 10 hours of reading that we can get in.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Keeping track of it.
So I'm at like 18 hours then?
Yeah. Well, almost everyone should be at 18. I think except for Herrick, who's at 20, I guess now. And then you got a couple of hours before bedtime if you want to get like your 8 hours of sleep.
That's how I got to 20 by adding an hour before bedtime.
Yeah. All right, 20 it is. So I'm at 20.
All right. So yes.
And I'm doing everything Herrick's doing. So
yeah. So you can be.
So I don't have to keep track of it myself.
Yeah. So you could be at 20 at Slee, and Shavaris, you can be at 24.
Woohoo.
If you want to max out kind of your most amount of hours to be able to read.
Okay.
Between I'm assuming you're gonna eat and do the
still
usual things that you gotta do. You still gotta do bodily fluid stuff.
Yeah, but I can read and poop at the same time. That's no problem.
If people can scroll on Twitter while on the toilet, you can definitely read.
Yeah.
You can definitely read this manual on how to become more dexterous.
I might be stretching, while I do it, building some core strength when I'm squatting.
One thing is that Felix will send Petunia over to keep. Why am I forgetting his name every minute now? Bruno company.
Oh, okay.
Because he should get company. So I'll be like, Bruno, Petunia.
What about
He's
Rose?
not very good at keeping his own, like getting his own company.
So Petunia and Rose will play with Bruno.
All right. You do see Rosie kind of. Is it Rose or Rosie? I kind of.
Rosie is what I use. Her name is Rose, but we call her Rosie.
We call her Rosie. Okay. So you do see Rosie every once in a while kind of get really excited about like seeing, like when Herrick goes into the water, she gets super excited and wants to kind of like run after him. You see that like now that she's got the collar, there's almost like a point where she just kind of stops and like can't move forward anymore. Like she just gets she wants to keep going, but she's kind of tethered down. Some sort of, you know, I'd say about 100 feet-ish away from you.
Okay, that collar's working.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I give her a scruff as I'm reading and feed her little snacks, whatever I got out of my rations.
Well, we have fish. She's a cat.
Fish, fishy, fishy, fishy.
Mm-hmm. You see her most you do main animal handling, and we'll see what else she does. You're still trying to tame her a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she does she looks a little peeved that she can't like go too far. She'll come over for fish and squitches, but she's still you see that she spends a lot of the time while you're reading kind of at her maximum distance away from you, kind of at that edge, sitting there, being, you know, the kitty loaf. Like she definitely wants to go further, she just can't. She's just kind of like, okay, I guess I'll sit here at my edge.
Like a window.
Yeah. Just kind of keeping an eye out at the lake and stuff. Alrighty, so that yeah, so otherwise are you gonna have your, you said you're gonna have your
I'll take one of
do the checks? Okay.
I'll take one of the watches.
We get kidnapped by a religious cult.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so who's gonna, whoever's gonna take first watch can do their first watch. Who's ever intern or who's ever individual is gonna take it.
Let me get my sheet ready. Who's going first?
Oh.
Whoever rolls first, I guess. There she is.
Whoever can open up their sheet.
Yep. What is perceptions of wisdom?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, looks like Bruno went first.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so okay, so Bruno will go first, then Orsic.
Our interns suck.
Oh yeah.
Then Herrick.
Then Herrick.
Herrick saved the day.
All right. Bruno. Bruno, throughout his 2 hours, he mostly, like, the once everyone's kind of gone to bed and people, like, when you first got here and through dinner and all that, it was not like obnoxiously loud, but you could hear everyone else's conversations nearby. There's lots of people end up parking their trailers, you know, their carts and whatnots, and camping on the side of this lake, so you can kind of hear the conversations from nearby places, and eventually just kind of calms down and it gets quiet. Bruno, for the most part, hears a lot of splashes coming from the lake. He never gets too curious to go check them out, but he hears just splash every once in a while from the lake. Oh, Shaba takes over. Shaba just, you know, she gets really mesmerized by that lake and just sits there and really just kind of stares at it, but for the most part doesn't really hear anything.
Okay.
Or really anything perceptive. Orsic gets really distracted with shining up his axe. So you
Worst intern.
Yeah, so he notices absolutely nothing. However, he's got a very nice sharp axe. So that's good. Herrick, you hear what sounds like somebody calling for help, but it's very faint and distant.
In what language? Undercommon?
Undercommon, yeah. And it, like, eventually, like, you hear it, it's all kind of a big muddle of like splashing and like what you think is help, and then it just kind of goes quiet.
Uh-oh.
And then the whole lake just becomes very, very silent.
Sirens.
I go a little bit towards the edge. I'm taking Chomper with me.
Don't do it.
Sirens eats you. Goodbye. Roll up a new character. No. Sorry. Okay, you go to the edge with Chomper. What do you want to do?
I want to have a look out over the lake.
Over the lake. You notice that there's. Let's see if I can kind of draw this a little bit for you. I'm going to take you here. Take you here and kind of give you a. Excuse the drawings. They're all super.
Welcome to R&D Draws, a new art channel.
A happy little cloud up there.
All right, so you guys parked yourselves around here on the lake, lakefront. Here is kind of that outlet that went onto the cliff-ish. Path going up, and then the settlement at the top. What you see ripples kind of coming out like this from the water.
I'm thinking either sirens or they sacrificed somebody. By throwing a
You
child.
aren't thinking anything.
Oh, I know. I mean me. Parrot could be thinking two big fish.
Pasta is thinking either sirens or sacrifices.
Like they threw a small child that can't swim into the lake, and it's just like, dearest God,
let's not do that.
take this child.
Eric will go back and continue his watch. Yes.
We're saying no side quests today.
It's not even that. It's that there's nothing
to see. Like you thought.
He's not even sure if he heard anything, and besides, he can't do anything now.
Shavaris could swim.
Are you gonna wake up anybody or tell anybody, or are you just gonna wait till you're kind of last watch?
Oh, I heard some screams for help last night. Then they went away.
You're the last watch, so after your watch,
I'll inform them
when
I'll inform the others what I saw.
That you thought you kind of maybe heard someone say help.
And then it was liberals.
And then you went to go look, and there was practically nothing.
I mean, I've got a swim speed as a toad. Jump in.
I always have a swim speed, so.
Oh, okay. Well, they're probably dead now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
He's a watery lizard.
All right. Well, they're probably dead now anyway.
Yeah, it's fine.
They would have been dead before I could reach them, assuming there even was a person.
All right, well, I'll go back to my book.
And there wasn't. It's a siren. These past 2 sessions have just been us coming across something and Pasta going, it's this one thing suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the Underdark. It's a lot of suspicious stuff. I think on the way into the Underdark, this team bumped into like an abandoned beholder hideout. Beholder. So yeah, it's the Underdark. You're gonna bump into weird shit.
Well, guess get breakfast
done. How much you care about the weird shit is up to you all. Like it's weird shit that happens in the Underdark.
I vote that we not care.
Well, it's a little too late now, right? Like this is in the morning and we're having this conversation. Like, we're not going to find them 4 hours later.
Nope.
So in the middle of a giant lake. So
yeah, start putting up the bed in the reading area, inside her caravan, and make it more of a seating area instead. So
okay, sounds good.
Drive on, Shava.
Okay. Yeah. So otherwise, yeah, it's a fairly uneventful eventful day. or at night. That's the most eventful thing that happened.
Did anyone
yes.
bother to ask for directions? They say usually, like, as they start pulling out in the morning. Did anyone actually bother to ask for the outpost?
I was the one talking to them. So
we could go ask those one people that told me about the crazy religious people up on that hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. They seem to know the area.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe tell them about the screams too. Maybe that's a thing that happens.
Mm.
Do we really want to admit that we
probably
not.
not.
Yeah, Felix, go do it.
Go tell him about the screams, Felix.
No, Felix isn't going to tell about this.
What?
Felix didn't even hear the screams. She was sleeping.
I'm not even sure. Harry isn't even sure he heard them. So
yeah, because they weren't even really screams. They were just like, help.
Yeah, it was probably, who knows, but it would have been like, and then fade away.
But we voted not to tell, not to care, so it's fine.
That at the end of the day is the important part.
Okay, tired brain, don't remember. What place are we looking for again?
Sock.
Sock.
Mm-hmm.
Suck. Okay.
Sock.
Like the thing you put on your shoes. No, on your feet.
Oh, like that. Like that thing Pumpkin loves to chew on.
Yes.
Yes.
I miss my baby. Anyway. I miss her chewing on my feet.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ask them before we leave. If we're on the right track to Sock.
Okay. So in the morning they are up bright and early, having you can smell that that spicy chai smell of the Underdark coffee kind of coming from there. Underdark coffee coming from their little thing. They have a little kettle out, and they seem to have
the coffee place.
They seem to have a really big like egg.
Just ask me to pass it to you.
They have a big egg that they seem to be frying up for breakfast. And yeah, what do you want to ask or talk to them about?
I'm gonna go up to them and tell them good morning. Ask them if they slept well.
Oh, hey, good morning. Yeah. No, we always sleep so good out here. You guys got yourself some breakfast? It's most important meal of the day, you know.
Yeah, one of my folks is cooking something up.
Oh, good. You need that. Can't start the day off right without it. What can we do for you?
Well, I was wondering if you knew that we were on the right track to get Sock.
Sock? Never heard of such a thing. Sock? Oh.
It's an above world city.
Oh gosh. That's I don't know. That's above world stuff. Don't really know much about that. Yeah. There's you could try. There's you can ask directions at the city. They're more kind of points to the settlement. They might know a little bit more. There's a few more settlements if you keep on the King's Road. There's another one about 2 days away, but they might know something about. There's a bunch of mercenaries live there. But we never been to the overworld.
Well, that's okay. You don't want to go.
Nah. Yeah, that sounds awful.
It's not that great.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I left there to come here, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I hear it's pretty bad up there right now too. It was pretty peaceful a few years back, but nowadays, I hear they're sending
the capital and.
Yeah, they're sending people down here all the time. Oh, it's been the worst.
Yeah, well, thank you for your help anyway.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, bye. Happy travels. And then she's gonna go back and tell him what they told her. Be like, the next town 2 days away has a bunch of mercenaries, and maybe they can tell us where the secret is.
That'd be
Place.
good.
Or we can go talk to the mercenary, and sorry, to the religious people in the.
Or we could talk to the crazy religious people up on the hill.
No, I'd rather hang out with mercenaries.
Mercenary.
No, yeah.
Yes, I agree.
No religious people this time.
Look,
No side quest for you,
Look.
R&D.
look. The last time we went to church, things didn't really go that well.
Well, we went for the snacks, really. It was our stomachs that got us.
Yeah.
Even so.
Yeah. Let's spend another day making our interns drive our carts.
Yeah.
Making our interns drive down the King's Road.
Nicely. That's what I say. Bruno's very helpful though, because I told him that he could have the book in 100 years. Gnomes live a while.
There you go. All right, yeah. So, you pack your stuff up and whatnot. You all can do me another. Are you taking the same driving order as you did
Yes.
yesterday?
Yep.
More animal handling?
More animal handling. So whoever's doing the handling of the animals. Ooh, okay. So,
Oh yes, I did good. Haha.
okay,
good.
Orsic did better. Tiaho's
I'm gonna say
Our
I'm gonna
interns
say-
suck.
I'm gonna say that Esley had a heart-to-heart with Orsic and really encouraged him and told him that he could do this.
He did have some confidence issues. This is new to him. He is a dwarf. He doesn't really know what's going on down here.
She's
So.
gonna give him some fighter analogies.
Question: I can't remember. Is he a deep dwarf?
Like a
or normal
Duergar?
dwarf?
He's a normal dwarf.
Why haven't we asked him? He might know. Where
I don't know.
Sock
Why
is.
haven't you asked your dwarf about where Sock is?
Well, I would kind of assume that he would have hyped up.
Yeah.
If
You
he knew
assume
that
too much.
Yes.
Yeah, you assume a lot.
Well, I'm gonna ask him then. Do you know? Fuck.
He will gladly give you directions on how to get there in the overworld. He's not entirely sure how to get there through the Underdark.
Mm.
So if he were to, he'll gladly say we make it up to the we make it up there. I can get you there. I have some friends there. It'll be great. Or I've been to the kingdom before. But the way we're trying to get there now through the Underdark is that's a bit much. So he can definitely help you if you go above ground. If you stay underground, this far underground, he's no help to you. He pretty much knows Flinton and Jocelyn.
Well, Orsic, if we do end up above ground, we're definitely turning to you.
Yes, probably him and Shava are the two who you. They're your overworld peoples. Everyone else.
Well, so Shavaris.
Yeah, but she
Oh,
didn't
so
really go
Shavaris.
cities.
That is true.
And Estely, but
Kind
she's
of.
been down here for a little while.
Yeah, kind
I
of.
mean, technically, Herrick is also from the overworld, but has been down here for decades.
Yeah. No, the those two are probably your overworld people. So he does know of it. And he knows where you're going.
We're
It's just-
overworld underworlders.
Yeah. Or say, yeah. You like I said, you're trying to find a secret entrance to abandoned tunnels hundreds of years ago. It's not gonna be. There isn't a friendly rest stop with a map on how to get there.
I think the mercenaries are our best bet.
It's dangerous
Yeah.
to go alone. Take this.
Yep.
Well,
There's none of that.
All right. So yes, animal handlings. We just did that. Okay. So highest Orsic. Orsic did. He's got his groove on. So unlike yesterday, you are finding that he is keeping a nice steady pace. He's not. You don't feel him slamming on the brakes and then speeding back up anymore. He is keeping up a really good pace this time. Felix, Bruno is his mind seems to be wandering. He's trying to talk to you the whole time. He's just like, well, you know, I want to be a wizard so badly, and I've been wanting to do it since I was a kid, and it's been like my life dream forever. And then when I first met my master, he taught me a lot, but it just wasn't enough. I feel like I needed some like real world experience. So then I came to I was on the Underdark for a while, and I joined the military, and that was kind of fun at the guards. But then the humans showed up, and that was kind of boring.
You remember that?
Felix is just reading.
Mhm.
You're doing the classic reading while going,
Yeah.
cool. Mm-hmm.
But he's very clearly not paying attention to what he's doing. So it's a bit of a bumpier ride. Mostly he just like he hits it almost feels like he hits every rock on the way.
No doubt. Like,
he's just
have you ever dreamed about being a driver?
oh yeah, you know what? I tried once. There's this thing called like the Underdark Uber. I don't even know what an Uber is, but I tried to drive around, but they don't pay you that well. They really should get a union. I don't know why they don't have a union, because they just don't pay you very well. They really should. You know, that like they just don't pay workers down in the Underdark as much as they should. But I tried, and they made me pay for my cart repairs. And it was just, yeah. And he goes on and off about the politics of being a cart driver in the Underdark.
Great.
In Flinton.
Good to know.
Yep.
And Felix is just like, No, really?
Which takes us to Tiaho. Tiaho, she's mostly just looking bored at this point. Like she kind of like sighs. She sighs deeply quite often. In a way that you can tell that she obviously wants you to ask her what's wrong. But I don't think Herrick understands that that's what she's doing. So she just you just hear, and then drives in silence for a little while. And then a little while later, continues to drive in silence for a little bit more. And he just does that. And Herrick probably does not understand why. But he is
wondering, like, why the fuck does she keep doing that? But it's like, well,
but doesn't care enough.
If she wanted to say something, she would just ask me.
Yeah, but she doesn't.
Communication works.
Which takes us to Shaba, which I think is taking up the rear, right?
Yep, correct.
All right. About 4 hours into your trip, the cart just stops suddenly with such sudden force that Shavaris finds herself hitting her head up against the side of her cart.
Ow.
Suddenly stops. You can hear the scratchety of the streeters just, and they seem extremely agitated.
Poke my head out.
You outside see that there are now two Duergar sitting on top of their own streeters, and they seem to be having a hard time controlling them, as your streeter is kind of like being aggressive towards them. There's a lot of hissing going on.
Okay. Can Shavaris would like to walk up and try to use her animal handling to see if she can calm things down a little bit. All right, let me just get to that part of the screen. Fingers crossed. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. You sit there and soothe. I don't know if your streeter has a name or not, but you soothe it.
Joe Bob. I might change it. Yeah.
Yeah. You put your hand on her and it. I don't actually know what sex it is. And eventually it calms down. You do hear the two Duergar go like, whoa, and eventually calm down there. Their streeter is like, oh, we didn't see you coming. Oh my goodness. Oh, they kind of look at each other, and the two Duergar are like, oh my goodness, we came out into the middle of traffic. Oh, we are so sorry. We never do this. Oh my goodness. Honorasi must. She just picks the weirdest parts to park. I swear. But we apologize. Um, we're sorry. My name is Zex, and the other one turns and says, "Oh, I'm Etzel. We're so sorry. Hopefully, we won't cause you any more trouble. Hey, kind of looks at you all. We're having a big party down at the down at our garden. If you want to come check it out.
Where is it from here?
Oh, just follow the tunnel. And as you look around, there's just a big old tunnel there that you could have sworn wasn't there before.
I look at the other guys, everyone else.
Everyone else is still going a little bit far ahead. It'll take them a sec before they probably notice. You're at the rear.
She'll like
which
whistle.
Is a problem.
Yeah, she'll whistle. Yeah. Try to get people to stop.
I sense side quest.
Anybody want to go to a party? Well, we have to do some reading, don't we? We do have some homework to do. Thank you so much for the invite, but we have to study for this thing that we're doing. So we need the hours, but I'm glad everything worked out, and have a great time at your party. I bet you guys are going to have a lot of fun.
Oh, we always do. It was such a pleasure to meet. We didn't catch your name.
Yeah, I'm Vis. Nice to meet you.
Yes. Oh, well, the pleasure's all mine. Well, maybe we'll bump into you some other time. Anaris is just so bad at parking the garden. Oh,
No,
just puts it in the weirdest places. I swear.
Kind of pops up. The tunnel just sort of appears. Is that how it works?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
She's got our own little. We got our own little garden. We like to explore the Underdark. You know, meet new folks and you know all that good stuff.
So do you get around all different kind of quirky places in the Underdark?
Oh yeah. We've been everywhere. Anaris, she's one of those fierce-spirited creatures.
Interesting, cool. Well, because we heard this rumor that there's a way to get to the surface that not a lot of people know about. Have you guys ever found anything like that on your blips around?
I mean, the tunnels in the Underdark go just about everywhere. Anaris has been traveling the Underdark for thousands of years. She might know a way to get you where you need to.
Yeah.
She's a little busy right now, kind of planning the party, but you know, you probably might be able to get an audience with her.
Oh, okay. What do people normally bring as gifts to the party? Is it more like a food thing, more like a drinks thing, flowers, or not flowers, but crystals?
She loves flowers. We haven't seen flowers in so long. Everyone always brings us mushrooms. Everyone just mushrooms this, mushrooms that. But flowers, we have not seen flowers in we can't really make it up to the surface all that often.
Right. Well, maybe just go again. You know, got a lot of studying to do, but we have a bet on this whether or not this tunnel really exists. So you know, I'm interested in getting an answer one way or the other. So hold on a second. I'll run up to the rest of the party and kind of explain to them what's going on and this opportunity to maybe do some information collection.
Did you use your very good insightfulness to see if they were crazy
Evil?
people?
Yeah, I'll go back and do that.
Evil.
All right, I'll run back and go. Tell me a little bit more about what you guys do at these parties, and then I'll do insight on them.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll give myself guidance too, because I really missed the obvious. Okay. Plus.
They are.
Oh my god.
They seem fine.
Legitimately they are a legitimate group of people trying to like just have fun.
I'm sure they won't try to kill us. Probably. Maybe.
Great. That's all I need to know. Bruno, should we go to a party or spend another day just hanging out reading?
I don't know what Bruno thinks. Bruno's I don't know what Bruno thinks. Bruno's excitable, so he's like, at this point, I does everyone stop? Does everyone stop for sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you've gathered your whole crew. You do see that Sex and oh gosh, I don't remember
Sex?
names. Sex,
Oh, yeah.
close, but not quite. Yes, Sex, Sex and Edslan. What did I? Oh god,
Can you
Edsel.
spell that
Edsel.
name?
God, I hate these.
One of
I
the
hate Dwargar
new
names.
gods named something very similar to your name.
Yeah,
How dare
Sex and
Edsel.
Edsel. Sex and Edsel.
Can you spell the first?
It's on the
Zeks.
Zex.
Z
Okay.
Zex. I know. I'm also just the worst. Hey, food. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, food. I don't know where to put it. Haha. Sex and Etzel.
Oh God.
Follow up to
gonna hear that a lot.
next show.
They seem yes, they now that you gather people, they're like, oh my goodness, I don't think we've had this many guests in decades. Oh goodness. Yes. Oh, you'll love it. It's a fun time. We just, Etzel kind of pokes at Sex. It's like, tell them about the mushroom garden. Like, oh well. If you want to have a whole lot of fun, we do have a mushroom garden, and they're those kinds of mushrooms.
Fun.
Sounds awesome. All right, let's see. What do I got? What do I got to give as a gift, I guess?
Yeah,
I'm sure I
mean,
got something.
I do have a gilded flower, but it's worth 300 GP, and I don't want to blow it on. Unless she's going to teleport us right to where we need to go.
Do you have Druidcraft?
I don't.
Oh.
Let's see. Yeah, what do you guys have in, like, what do we have in a bag? We have a bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
What did we collect along the way?
Well, I have Tinker's tools, and I can
I have
tinker
a fish
something.
bottle for breathing underwater, but
Oh, I have plant growth as a circle, as part of my default.
Oh, there you go.
Causes all the plants within the 100-foot radius to become thick and overgrown. So I could do that on the mushrooms. If
You can. Yeah, that's a gift.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I can. Well, if that's the case, then maybe I can help with your mushroom production.
Oh, that would be great. We're gonna keep doing a little scouting around the area. I think. Oh God, she got us right into the King's Road again. Oh, we get so busy when she does this. We usually try to find little secluded places, but it happens. We end up here.
Okay, so just follow the tunnel.
Just follow. You can't miss it. It's literally the only exit.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you at the party then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll see you there. And they ride on off, causing more havoc as they don't seem to understand the etiquette of driving in the King's Road.
Okay.
Well, we go.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Yeah. The tunnel of itself is rather unremarkable. It does. You do see that it's well lit by crystals, kind of evenly spaced out down the tunnel. Otherwise, besides the crystals being evenly spaced out, it really looks like this is a natural tunnel. It doesn't appear to have been like carved out in any way, shape, or form. It really just looks like it's natural, and somebody stuck crystal torches on the side, evenly spaced, so that it's well lit. And as you walk in as you sort of eventually get to the end of the tunnel, you start to see kind of a bright light at the end of the tunnel. You're walking towards the bright light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh dear.
It's a little stark in comparison to where you've been, but once your vision clears, you see that the cave in front of you opens up into a huge cavern. It's very brightly lit. As you look up into the sky, you see that it's got like these crystalline formations of all sorts of colors up on the ceiling. You see kind of what appear to be bright points of light on the ceiling that almost seem to be moving around. Like the light's just not standing still on the ceiling. In front of you stand 80-foot tall crystals, purple crystals, just decorating the front of you. The air in here smells clean and crisp, and you can hear the bubbling of a spring nearby. I can take you to sort of where that is. Bam.
Boom.
Oh, nice.
Go.
Pretty. Who's doing this artwork?
This one is by, since you asked, you are by. I have credits because these is not my own.
Yeah, whoever it is, I love their color palette.
Goodness, who are you? Oh, there's the credits. Artist is Matt Demino and Luis Prado.
Well, thank you both for helping us with our game.
Yes.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Very
And
cool.
we're coming in here at the bottom. Is that?
Yep, that is your entrance tunnel.
All right.
We're about to be sacrificed to the gods.
Do we see anybody around? Any movement? Any humanoids?
As you look around, you spot in the distance there are kind of the mushrooms that you mostly there's a very large mushroom in the distance. That's kind of the focal middle point of this cavern. You seem to see a winged creature land on it, some sort of humanoid with wings.
Oh, we go over? Maybe get out of our carts, park them.
Yeah.
Find a place to park the cars and go.
Yeah, park them near the entrance though. Even if we have to walk longer to get through the parking lot, we'll be like first out the door. Don't park at the front.
Good.
Sorry.
In case we need to run.
As you're trying to figure out a place to park, you see a rather not particularly good looking creature with what appears to be really tattered clothes and a chain. Like it looks like at some point it was chained up. Like it's got the cuffs, like big iron cuffs on its wrist. You see it kind of barreling towards you, this rather large creature barreling towards you as you're trying to unpack everything. It suddenly puts on the brakes and kind of slides to stop in front of all of you. You hear this big booming voice. I can take care of that for you. Hi.
Hi.
I'm
Hi.
Giggles.
Nice to meet you.
Giggles.
Giggles?
Hi. Giggles. Yes, that is my name.
I love it.
What do you need
How
to take?
are you?
Good.
Welcome to the garden.
First time.
Yes. I have not seen you here before.
Well, when you said you could take care of it, what were you going to take care of?
I have a place where your creatures can sit and rest.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That sounds nice. Thank you.
Yes.
Is there a direction we should go? Should we wait for you or?
Oh no. There's the party will be over there, and she kind of points towards there's this group of mushrooms underneath the big mushroom that she's points towards. Sex and Edsel will be here, and they also have these, and they know how to take care of them.
Okay, well, the interns can also give you a hand and just get you settled in and then come and find us, right?
Oh, are all of them named Intern?
Yes. These
Yes.
four right here. Intern, and it's just call them intern. That's fine.
I entered. I'm Giggles.
All
Our interns are
right.
gonna hate us by the end of this.
I give Giggles a gold and say, well, thank you.
What is this?
It's money.
Oh, we don't need money here.
Oh, you don't?
No.
What happens?
Daenerys provides everything we need. You should try the mushrooms.
Do you try the mushrooms?
All the time.
Did you try one?
Can you say hippie cult? Because that's
That's what this sounds
Yes.
like.
Yes, we don't have money. Everything is free.
Hmm?
Cool. Groovy.
Yeah. Very psychedelic.
Yes, I can take care of them. They'll be safe.
All right, I want to insight check this guy or gal, rather.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna help.
Go for it.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
need to.
What is this? She's definitely very excited. There doesn't seem to be any ill intent. Like, it's all very sincerely. She wants to help the best as she can. She feels a little insecure about whether she can help you appropriately or not, but yeah, doesn't seem to be hiding anything from you.
Okay.
Yeah, just have a walk around. Is that what people do in the garden?
Yes, everything is free.
That's what I hear. That's what they say. Yep. All right. So, well, we'll go do that then.
Yeah. You see her with the interns. Okay, interns, follow me. And you see them go off to a like a little cave off to the side. I mean, I guess you guys are off on the map, but your stuff is gonna go
Parking area
in there. Parking area. Well, where would you all like to go next?
Were we looking at a bird person or something?
Yeah,
there seems to be a bird. There, you've seen this person kind of take off and land back on the mushroom the big mushroom a couple of times.
I mean, the big mushroom seems to be where we need to go.
Yeah. I mean, what I can offer is my skills as a druid and one with nature to help any part of the garden flourish that they want in exchange maybe for information on this passage to Sock.
Well, information would probably also be free.
Yeah. They said everything here is free.
Well, I mean, it's
information is a thing. So.
fine.
No. All right. As you kind of, so which way are you all kind of heading towards the big mushroom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach kind of the big mushroom, you do start to hear it's a little bit similar to the music that you heard in the Long Salt, and it's got that same kind of synthesized sound to it. Like it doesn't seem to be produced by kind of the normal strings and brass kind of thing. There seems to be something else to it besides just what an instrument would make.
Is this gonna be like the last time we played?
No, it's up to you all. If it's gonna be like the last time you played.
We're all gonna get laid. Not a very exciting campaign if that's all we do is party and get laid. Wait, what am I talking about?
Time, every day.
Party every day.
Deeply suspicious.
We just don't have the correct characters. We just don't have the correct characters right now to do a party every day kind of campaign.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. A role-playing game based around like party lifestyle.
Yeah. So Chrissy, you said you were going to incite people, I think?
Yeah, Felix is just deeply suspicious of this whole business.
Yeah, I'm gonna assist you with inciting.
So you hear music, and there is a bit of a crowd under the mushroom. There appear to be like banquet tables with all sorts of foods. things that you don't recognize, fish and insect parts, like kind of like crab legs, but much bigger, because Underdark crabs are much bigger. And people are just dancing and having fun. You do see that there seems to be some sort of mushroom bar kind of hanging out, and people just go over there and grab like a whole mushroom with a cap on it and pop it in their mouth, and then go back to partying with everyone else.
I am not touching a mushroom.
Okay, otherwise, yeah, you can incite the crowd if you'd like to.
I would like to incite the crowd.
And I will assist.
Oh, crap.
Everyone's having such a great time. It seems like a blast. Now that you've kind of walked around, you do see that more people are wandering in through that kind of main entrance that you walked into. You're the first, but you're definitely not the last group of people who are wandering into the cave.
Okay.
Or the garden, I should say.
All right,
This is suspicious.
that's either really good or really bad. But we're here for information, not to get high. As fun as that would be, I have studying to do.
We're here to ask our questions and get some answers and then leave for the surface world. We are the Little Mermaid.
Well, we should
See what I did there?
Let's at least dance a little bit. So Felix is gonna dance.
Felix, I think you're addicted to the party lifestyle.
I want a performance check on gnome dancing.
I do want to perform this on dancing too, honestly.
Elaine, dance.
It's
Can
not
I-
great.
Can I do a nature or an investigation or something on the food to see if I like recognize it or in any like the creatures?
Yeah, certainly.
Which one would be?
Since you're trying to figure out if you recognize the creatures, I'd be okay with a survival.
Survival? Okay.
It's not you're trying to figure out what the creature is. Yeah, I mean they're like most of it is kind of like underdark bug meat. The fish is very similar to the fish that you brought up last night at the lake. Some of it is, it's that fish. The mushrooms you can definitely tell are mushrooms that cause to Herrick's from Herrick's point of view, they make you feel funky and make you see things that aren't there, and so I'm not sure how much Herrick likes that. But you know what they are. You probably had them in the past and didn't enjoy them because Herrick.
Because Herrick, yeah.
Because Herrick's like, unreal shit. I don't like it.
Yeah, there's a reason why he usually doesn't get like completely shit faced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So making our way dancing. Well, I'm not dancing.
You're not dancing. So yeah, you
Walking fast.
You do see that Felix is dancing. And kind of like everyone has kind of made a little circle for her to dance by
cool.
herself, and people aren't
not watching her.
No,
Okay.
They're giving her space.
Good.
They're giving her plenty of space to dance on her own because even though she's small, her tiny little gnome arms still have a really long reach while she's dancing somehow.
I know exactly what she's doing. I have a friend who used to do that. If she felt like people were dancing too closely, she would do this sort of like fist dance. Where she just like her fists would be just flying. Sort of move everyone away.
Yeah, so there's a good 10 feet between.
You're like
Felix
clearing
and
out the
next
crowds for us to
person.
walk through.
Keeping everybody at bay, but still dancing.
All the bitches need to say, wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else want to dance?
No.
No, this is.
I'm gonna
Shavaris
grab
is
one
fine
of the-
skulking around the edges of the dance floor.
I'm gonna grab one of the insect legs and like take it with me and have a look around.
Steal it? Oh, it's free. That's right.
It's free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Okay,
Munch
do-
on it as I have a look and see if I find anything suspicious.
Esley will go with.
You can do a perception with advantage since you got Etzley kind of around to help you out.
It's a good thing I'm here.
Good thing
Yes.
she's there to keep you
point
kind of
something
thinking.
out.
I feel like Herrick would have seen this before. There's an Umber Hulk kind of roaming around. Umber Hulk are like giant bug monster things.
Yeah.
And are not usually very friendly. There seems to be kind of one around the edges of the cavern. Just you can see it just almost doing like a circuit around the whole cavern.
That's suspicious.
You think everything's suspicious?
Well, yeah.
This is suspicious.
Exactly. Thank you.
It's maybe it's a bouncer.
Umber Hulks are usually not social with things that aren't Umber Hulks. Or even with other Umber Hulks.
All right. Well, as they're
What is
doing
this
that
one?
investigation, can we head toward over to the person we think is running the party?
Yes.
So she seems to you see this person. Now that you're closer, she's got a very female body, a really attractive female body.
Oh,
Giant giant what appear to be bat wings on her back. And you have at this now that she's close enough, some sort of tail and horns. And she seems to just land on the big mushroom and then take off. The big mushroom it's big. It's like 80 feet tall. So getting up there is, a task.
Mm.
You want to do that.
Can we maybe ask someone who's like serving or doing the food, where the Ala, what was the name mentioned before?
Anarius.
Anarius. Yeah, where Anarius is?
Yeah.
I'll say that to Felix. Oh, I guess you guys are by the bar right now. So, yeah. Felix, do you want to do that first? I can hear someone crunching, by the way.
Sorry.
I don't know if that's me or him. I'm also trying to eat.
Yeah, it's okay. Just lean away from your mic. Just lean away from your mic.
Yeah.
You don't like the ASMR?
Ew.
ASMR people eating snacks during D&D.
Yeah,
Joke, that is a thing. Anyway.
Felix, do you want to go ask someone serving what they think? Where what's her name is? I've already forgotten it, even though I said it out loud. Astaria.
Anaris.
Anaris.
That
Yes.
one person.
I
that we
will
talked to.
go up and ask, hey, where's Anaris at? Anyone see her?
Now that you're not like just randomly punching the air, people are more willing to talk to you. And everyone just points at the creature, kind of the female that you see flirting about. Oh, that's her up there. She'll be down here in a bit. Probably.
Oh,
I don't know.
cool.
This is my first time here, but that's her.
It's
Yeah.
my first time here, but that's definitely her.
That's definitely
Can
her.
I either insight check her, or can I do an Arcana check to see if I know anything about ladies with bat wings?
So those are two different questions. Whichever one you can do both, but they're gonna give you two different answers. So if you
Yeah.
want to ask, what is this? If do you recognize this floating creature, the flying creature thing, that you can do an Arcana check for that.
19?
That's a succubus.
Oh, okay. So-
Knew it.
That is 100% a succubus.
Ah, I'm going to say we need to get out of
Oh,
here.
good. All right, cool. Do we need to dance our way out just to look
Thank
inconspicuous?
I'm going to message Bruno, and I'm going to say we need our things back. Things have gone sideways.
Or at least they could go sideways, so we're leaving preemptively.
All right. Right.
You're not. You can't message. You can't hear me either.
You can't message. Okay, so you're gonna message Bruno.
Get our cards. We gotta get out of here.
So you message
settled.
Bruno. Your message. And he kind of you feel a little tap on your shoulder, and it's like, "Hi," and it's Bruno's there.
God damn it, Bruno.
Well, we parked the carts, and then they were like, "Go try the mushrooms."
Oh, great.
No.
And this is so much fun, Felix. And you
Bruno-
look behind Bruno are Shava and Orsic and Tiaho, all terribly dancing.
All right.
Hi.
I think we
They
should
look
just.
very high.
Yeah, I think we should just pretend to be high too, and all dance our way over to our rides.
So Herrick and Etzley are not kind of with you all because they've been kind of snooping around. So what are Herrick and Etzley gonna do?
Well, we're gonna head back because there's a fucking old Umbra hole involving the others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So Herrick and Etzley come back and tell you the news. The Number Hulk.
Yeah, that goes well with the succubus. Interns all in a.
Why are our interns dancing like that?
They're all off their faces.
Oh my gosh, they took the mushrooms, didn't they?
They
Yeah.
took the mushrooms.
So we're the
Don't
only
you
ones.
know that haven't their parents ever taught them to not take strange mushrooms from strangers?
Yeah, probably not a good idea to eat anything around here.
Yeah. She looks over at Herrick with his bug leg.
Hanging out of his mouth.
These don't make you see things.
How do you know?
Hasn't
Because I'm
been
not
laced
seeing
with something.
things.
You haven't had to do a Constitution check yet.
Herrick
I'm
is
not-
very confident in the fact that these are perfectly safe to eat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm still not touching anything else.
All right. So how do we get out of here without causing a scene? She says, dancing.
Just
bopping, really.
Do a performance check.
Okay. See how much. She's just not really trying to dance. She's kind of bopping, but we'll see how much.
Come on,
Wow,
you
she
are
wants-
so performative.
Oh.
Performative.
All the performative of this.
So performative.
Unlike Felix, people aren't giving you like a whole lot of space. Like they're still giving you space, but they're
Yeah,
not.
as
You know,
much.
you don't have there. Yeah, there's like a little crowd around you. It's just everyone's dancing on their own. You don't have a crowd like focused on you, but
Mhm.
or anything. But there are people around you having a good time.
Okay. Yeah. So let's get out. Let's take the
Grab-
grab
Let's
yeah.
take our intern by the hand and like act all.
Ooh, let's do a conga line, you guys, but not till we get outside.
right.
Conga lines are dangerous because many people love to join a conga
No. That's why
line.
I said after we leave the dance area.
After you leave, you're gonna conga line. after you
Yeah,
leave the dance
conga
area.
line back over to our rides.
As you guys are talking, that the Umber Hulk that you that Herrick, you spot this because you spotted the Umber Hulk before. You see him walk up to one of the tables with the food on it, with a tray of more of those insect legs, and put it on the table and then walk away.
Can I inside check the Umbra Hulk to see if he's under any kind of spell? Like, does he seem like
So if you're gonna talk to him, I'll let you inside check him. If you're just gonna check to see if he's under spell, you probably have to do an Arcana.
okay, I counted them.
He seems fine.
Well,
we get-
Arcana 2 just for the hell of it.
Sure.
There we go.
Um,
What do I know?
So you don't so much as see anything as that you feel magic radiating out of this whole place. Particularly you have this like strong feeling about the crystals up on the ceiling. Like there's just a lot of magic in this cave that you're in. Almost overwhelming amounts of magic.
Guys, we need to leave. There's way too much magic in this one area.
I'm sold.
All right, let's go.
All right, you're gonna have to do some persuasion checks to get your interns to follow you, if you want your interns to follow you.
If persuasion it doesn't work, I'm gonna do intimidation.
You
I can just
either one.
I can just put one of like Bruno isn't that strong. I can just put him on my shoulder and walk out.
Either way,
Like,
just saying let's go is not gonna get your interns to go. So you're gonna have to come up with a way
Conga
to make
line.
them come along. So you can
Conga
either do
line.
a persuasion, intimidation, pick them up, whatever, but there's gonna be a roll associated with however you're gonna want to bring your interns along.
I'm gonna try persuasion.
So okay, are you gonna persuade Orsic, who is your intern?
Sure.
Or are you gonna go after another one? Okay, so you're gonna talk to Orsic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to persuade him to come along. Orsic being a dwarf is having an absolute blast. He's super wasted too. Probably shouldn't let him drive.
He's not.
He'll get pulled over for DUI at this point, honestly. And he's like, oh, I was having so much fun, but okay.
Hey, hey, don't worry. I stole some mushrooms and I'm gonna put them in the cart so you can have some more while you're there.
Nice, but I really want to meet the pretty lady. Have you seen her? Oh, she's so
There's
pretty.
other pretty ladies. You'll be fine.
Oh, I don't think I've met a prettier lady than that one.
There are prettier ladies.
Okay, so you see Etsley and Orsic are chatting away, and Orsic appears to be following Etsley.
All right, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go with deception because I'm better at that than persuasion.
So what are you gonna tell Bruno?
I have an equal.
I'm gonna say, Bruno, the hot lady says she wants to meet you in our cart.
Okay.
And luck point.
Yay! Yay for luck points.
Yay.
Bruno gets very excited right away, and he is like trying to drag you along at some point. Like he gets far enough ahead of you, like he goes back and grabs your hand. It's like, come on, we gotta get there.
We're going.
Okay, Tavares and Herrick, what are you two gonna do?
You gonna go first or shall I?
You go first. I need to figure out what I'm doing.
So I'm going to take Shava and say, "Hey, let's start a Congo line. Here, follow me," and I'll. Can I do persuasion with advantage?
Sure, we can do persuasion with advantage.
Oh, thank God! I needed it. Congo lines, man! I'm telling you.
Congo lines. Okay.
Everyone wants to follow a Congo line.
So you get Shava is way excited about this. She's just like, "Yeah, let's do this," and starts following you along. You see two humans also attach themselves to Shava and are now following you as well.
Great.
I told
They're
you
cover.
Congo lines are dangerous.
No, they're cover. They're cover.
Oh, yeah.
Also fodder. They're fodder.
So now you have Tavares attached and Shava is attached to her hips, and then human A and then human B attached as well. So you now have a Congo line of 4. Walking down the
Yep.
back to your carts. All right, Herrick.
I'm gonna walk over to Jiao,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say
Kiss her.
no, and I'm gonna.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna be like, hey, you wanna have a ride on my shoulders?
I don't think that's where she wants to
you with
ride.
athletics? Is that what we're going for here?
Yes.
You can roll athletics to see how well you can carry.
There we go.
So you go up there, and in the most awkward way that Herrick can ever flexes his muscles, and Tiaho is head over her heels about getting a ride from Herrick into.
And I just start walking.
And he starts walking. As you are walking, Tavares, you have gained 3 more people on your conga line. So now you have you, Shava, the 2 original humans, and now a gnome and 2 dwarves.
Nice.
Conga lines, man.
My stealth check is going to be
people.
amazing.
You're at 5 extra people.
Hey. Hey.
See?
Just keep going with it.
Yeah.
Conga lines are contagious.
They are.
They are. They really are. Which is great. Also, like, you're just gonna have more people following you out the door.
Well, they can go back to the party. We're just gonna say goodbye and give them hugs and send them on their way. Or we're just gonna shove them in front of that thing that was moving our carts. So,
Mm-hmm.
yep, make our way back to where the carts are parked.
I'm gonna
go for it.
I'm gonna in Modron tell Chomper to like he's been on my back, like just like looking like he's not a construct. I'm gonna tell him to like jump off and like snake behind me to cover my back.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right. That sounds good. I need all of you all to do a perception check.
Hey.
As you have this conga line. As you're walking back towards your car. Okay.
Oh no.
I mean, whatever. You're distracted. Okay. Felix, Herrick. Okay. So we'll start with Herrick. Herrick, you are just like, it's not like Tiaho is heavy or anything, but you're trying to keep her, happy up there.
She is high.
Yeah. You're trying to keep your
rugged butt on your shoulders.
Yeah.
So you just she's reveling and she's swaying back and forth. So you're more focused on that.
There's a reason why I want to jump her out.
Mm-hmm. So you're more focused on making sure Tiaho doesn't fall off your shoulders than you are about your environment. Felix, you got Bruno super excited, and he is just like tugging at your arm constantly. It's like Chrissy, you have children. It's like that. You have a child now who is like ready to go to what you've told him he was gonna get. So he is like pulling at your arm. Is just super excited. Like, let's go.
He is
You're
so
walking.
ready for succubus puss.
Yeah, he was like, we gotta get there.
too.
Let's get going. It's fine. Like, so he's just kind of he's very distracting because he just won't let up on anything.
I'm like, dude, play it cool.
Who's next? Etzli.
Yeah.
There's somebody writing your boy. That really sucks.
She's just gonna keep thinking to herself, I can lay eggs. I can lay eggs. I am more viable of a partner.
I've forgotten about that.
She's gonna think about it the same way that Herrick would. And she also knows, but she's still annoyed.
All right. Chavaris.
Did you know Yanti are very territorial?
Chavaris, now you've kind of gotten into autopilot when it comes to this conga line.
Right.
So you're like, okay, I can do this. You're just your feet are doing their thing, you're doing your thing, which gives your ears plenty of space to sort of listen out. And from the big mushroom that you just left and the buffet and the party that you just left, you hear the music kind of stop, and everybody clap real loud, and then everybody goes silent, and you hear the sweetest voice you have ever heard in your life. Like, you are very, very tempted to go back. It's so sweet.
No.
And you hear this voice say, "Welcome, friends, old and new, and thank you for once again providing me with such a precious gift. The gift of friendship."
My little pony.
But we cannot properly share this meal today without giving thanks to those who have fallen to provide our bounty, past, present, and future. Also to our great chef. And you hear claps, more claps. Call them by your friends. Join us now as we raise our glasses for their honor. You notice, Chavaris, that the 5 extra people that you have all have these like ruby. Oh, they look like rubies. They're red crystals hanging off of necklaces on their chest, and they all begin to glow. All 5 of them kind of let go of you and let you kind of continue your conga line without them, and all of them turn to face the giant mushroom that you saw, and their necklaces begin to glow for a second, and then then the glow stops, and you hear cheering and clapping. And the music once again goes back to being music.
Let's keep going. This is sounding scarier.
Yeah, they don't seem to be following you.
That's fine. We're still doing the conga line. It's still my cover story.
You're getting out of here.
Yep. Got a conga line all the way over to bar carts. I think she's
We
eating people.
We ain't got time for this shit.
I'm gonna speed up slightly.
You find that your streeters are there along with 2 other streeters that you saw earlier, the 2 that were being ridden by the Duergar. Just munching away on some grassy looking stuff, some blue grass looking stuff in their little cave there. But your carts are there. There doesn't seem to be anybody bothering to guard them or anything. You don't see the ogre that you saw earlier who greeted you. Giggles isn't around.
All right. I think we should maybe put out a watch while we get the things ready.
Who has the best perception?
I've got pretty high perception.
Okay.
Mine's 6.
Yeah, between the 2 of us. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, and while they kind of like get the carts turned around or whatever you have to do.
Yeah, I should probably actually. It might probably make sense that I do that, the manual labor stuff, since my athletics is pretty high.
All right. Well, I'm gonna need animal handling from the ones who are getting their carts together.
All right, so the first thing I do is get Bruno in, and then I lock him in.
I do this.
Okay.
I do the same to Orsic.
Okay, so you just see Bruno.
I tell him that the mushrooms are in one of my secret compartments.
Okay.
So he has to search the caravan for one of my secret compartments.
Okay, so I need another deception from Etsley for Orsic. You're trying to get him. Okay, he's you put him in your cart and you can hear like doors opening and shutting.
And I quietly lock him in there.
You and then Felix, you put Bruno into the cart. and he looks very dumbfounded and has not figured it out yet. So he is still like, so when is she getting here? Am I gonna meet her soon? Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, you see her fly around.
Pretty. You got to make yourself, get yourself together.
Oh, that's such a great idea. Can I borrow your makeup?
Yes.
Cool.
I have no makeup, but like find it.
I would like him to roll a performance check to see how good he does his makeup.
He can roll a sleight of hand.
Yeah. All right.
See how good he does his makeup.
Well, I'm just locking him.
He's got to be a disadvantage.
Try his best to put on makeup.
He's got to be a disadvantage if he's going to be off his face. Though.
Oh God. The poor. Yeah. No, he does not know how to put on.
Well, he is off his face.
We'll find out later.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk up to the my card, open the door, take her down, put her inside of the close the door.
And lock it.
And lock it.
All right. Let's see how upset she is. Okay. Well.
And while he's doing that, can Estely like stick her tongue out at her and like make a funny face?
You do start to hear knocking at the door. Like, hey.
I don't care.
Okay. Gonna ignore.
I just ignore it and start getting my my streeter ready.
Okay, Shavaris, what are you gonna do with Shava?
So I'm gonna walk her over to the cart, and I'm going to hand her that gilded flower that I had that's worth like 300 GP or whatever. I say, look at this in the light. Isn't it beautiful? You should go and stare at this. See if I can just get her to focus on that now that the Congo dance is over.
Get her distracted. Okay, we'll see how well she does. You see her look at the flower, and then look at you, and kind of blink a couple of times, and says, I think I want to go back to the party.
I think you do, or I'm gonna punch you.
Slowly, she starts to wander back towards the party.
All right, I got like a little help here.
Oh, I'm gonna go over and help.
All right, so I guess between the two of us, athletics, I guess to like pull her into the.
No, I'm gonna persuade her.
Okay, all right, you try that non-violent thing first.
I'm gonna persuade her that there's something better in the cart.
Okay.
What is in the cart? What are you gonna give Shava Cornrows that is better than a party with drugs?
More drugs. The same thing I told Orsic.
Okay.
That I helped Shavaris install a secret compartment in her caravan. And there's a crap load of drugs that I stole from this party in that secret compartment.
Okay. Go for it. Good to roll your deception.
Oh, you're making it so complicated. Just put them in there.
I mean, it's the same roll, so it's fine. Just shove them in there. As you hear knocking from Herrick's Herrick's cart. All right, yeah. She looks rather angrily at Shavaris and says, "Why didn't you just tell me that they were in there?"
I don't want the other people to find out.
She wanted it to be a surprise. She wanted to take it out later, but I think this is way more fun of a game.
And she starts to she willingly goes on the cart and starts to look around. You can hear doors opening and shutting in your cart as
I lean over and whisper to Shavaris, lock the door.
Right. Click.
All right, so now I need animal handling from Herrick, because Herrick's trying to get.
Well, I'm gonna help.
Okay.
So he can.
Yep, you can do it with advantage for your animal handling.
21.
Good thing, which is a very good thing. So yeah, in record time, you managed to get all your streeters saddled up and whatnots and ready to go. Someone was keeping an eye out.
I was.
forget who it was.
15.
You were 15. You have noticed that the music has gotten quite a bit louder by the big mushroom, and now that you know that she's a succubus, the succubus has flown down into the crowd and seems to be partying down with the crowd.
Okay, I'll just describe this to the party. They're about to get eaten. Haha.
It's like, oh, standard.
Should we go help them?
No.
Do you know how much, apparently there's a lot of magic in here.
And a succubus, I'm pretty sure, is incredibly hard to fight.
And did I mention that she's turned them into zombies with these necklaces that they're wearing? Yeah, I probably left that part out.
They will fight back. There's also an Umbra Hulk.
So we'll end up doing more harm than good.
All right, fine.
We're very convincing.
Also succubus.
Succubus.
Also Umbra Hulk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm not afraid of either of them.
I don't know what is Felix gonna do? Is
I
Felix
need to
feeling like she needs to go help out or not?
Do I need to convince Felix that there's drugs in her own caravan?
Well, I mean, nothing went wrong the last time she wanted to go on a crusade to help people. Fight.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
It's true.
that's Felix. She likes to right wrongs, except when she likes to do wrongs.
Yeah, no. Well,
I don't know. What does Felix need to roll something to see if she's willing?
maybe she does because she is torn. What would she have to roll? I don't know.
Probably a wisdom. See how just straight up.
If you
wisdom.
go back, I'm not following. I'm staying here.
Is high wisdom that she figures out it's dangerous and she can hold herself back, or is
That's
it?
a good question. What's what?
Well, I will tell you what's what when you get a roll out of it.
20.
You get the feeling that not everything seems to be what you think it is.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
That doesn't help.
Yeah, well, yeah. So like
Well, they're not going to get eaten.
Felix knows you now that you figured out it's a succubus.
Mhm.
And you figured out, I probably have been described what an Umbra Hulk is and all that. And things just like everything seems to be like if things were what they're supposed to be, then this succubus would be eating a bunch of people, eating their souls out. That doesn't seem to be happening. The Umbra Hulk seems to be having fun. The ogre that you saw was very tame and calm. Like everything is weird, but not necessarily like nothing has been dangerous.
All right, fair enough. Let's just go before things go even worse.
It's dangerous.
So I guess we're going to take off then.
Right, giddy up.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
You
let's
get in
go
your
deal with
cars.
criminals.
They're way safer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, at least you know they're bad.
Who knows about these people who welcomed us into their random cave?
Yes, with everything for free.
I'm
With
pretty
everything
sure
for free.
I'm pretty sure the danger here comes from being stuck in here eternally partying.
There's only first time
fate.
people there because no
What
one
a
ever comes
fate.
back.
I would make a Lotus reference, but Sargon ruined that for me.
Yeah, never. Yep.
I am heartbroken.
Sargon does not exist in this universe.
It's true.
Hurrah.
There are no Acadians.
We killed him.
Oh, hell yeah.
All
So
right.
Lotus.
Otherwise, so finding your way out of this place isn't that hard. There's a single exit that you came in through. You find yourself exactly back where you started. The tunnel is still there. Most people seem to be passing it by without really giving it much of a mention, and you can kind of rejoin the Underdark freeway and keep on your way.
With our interns all off their face for the next 5 hours.
Yes. So you all are the drivers for the next next bit here.
Yeah.
So this took place about 4 hours into your trip today. You spent about an hour in this fun little place doing conga lines and whatnot. So you're about an hour 5 of traveling.
So we can add 4 hours to the reading?
You can add 4 hours to your reading. You're going to have to do, I mean, you don't have to do, but a full day's travel is, 8 to 10. So
Yeah.
if you want to keep doing traveling, you can. If you want to take care of your interns, you can. If you want to, whatever.
Let's keep, I'm going to want to keep traveling because Orsic did this to himself. So he can suffer the consequences.
I think I want to just go like an hour and then check on them and make sure that they.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I need each of you to roll me a d6 for your interns.
All right. I mean, actually, with mushrooms, there's not really any come down. Not that I would know from personal experience.
Definitely not.
Well, these are also D&D mushrooms, so
I don't know. I say I really shouldn't say these things on the internet. I find myself rather emotionless afterwards, and it sucks a little bit. But that's just me. Let's just be. I don't know.
I feel cleansed.
I'm an innocent baby.
If
I've
I
never
did them.
done drugs.
Yeah, I'd imagine that I'd feel like very calm.
I don't even know
centered.
what drugs are. I can't even spell it. What are you talking about?
All right. So after an hour, all of your interns are definitely still super high. So pretty much, just so you know, the D6 is how hot or how many hours are left on their trip. So just so I mean, so yeah, so you got about 5 hours left. So after an hour, you got 4 more hours of Orsic being he's probably having a bad trip at this point because he's figured out you lied. He's totally figured out you lied to him after an hour. Nope, he is not. He's a dumbass. He's a dumbass. Never mind. Take it back. I take it back. He is a fucking idiot.
It's because he knows that I have very good hiding spots in that caravan.
So Orsic is still trying. Was it Bruno? No, it was Shava who got.
Right? I got the 3.
Shava?
She got the 3.
Yeah. But Shava was also tricked into going back, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Although I'm hoping that our attention won't stay that focused for that long. Like she'll see something.
Yeah. No, Shava is also still trying to figure out trying to find her secret compartment.
Okay.
The Aho is super pissed at you, Eric.
She can be pissed all she wants.
Yeah.
Yep, she's you can hear her yelling at you. All sorts of Underdark swear words, which we should not say live because oof. And that leaves us to Bruno. Bruno is crying in the corner because he is super sad he didn't get to meet the
blue balls.
He's just crying in the corner.
I'm gonna go over to Bruno and I'm gonna sit down next to him and say, "It was a demon."
but she was so pretty.
Yeah.
Looks aren't everything.
She would have enslaved you for the rest of your existence.
I would have been okay with that. She was so pretty.
I get it. We've all been there, but one day he will thank me.
We have so much to teach him about women.
Yeah, I didn't think when we were hiring these people that I was going to have to invest in getting them laid.
Someone's going to be their emotional support.
I didn't know we were hiring teenagers.
It is when you take them, getting them hung all the time.
Well,
That is their fault.
To be fair, we're giving them a very distorted notion of what adventuring life is like right now.
I don't know. Are we like
Every stop has drugs? I mean, I would do this more often if like
Oh, just wait till we get to where all the criminals are.
Yeah. I'd be like, don't worry. We're gonna go hang out with some criminals, and I'm sure probably
Mercenaries.
somebody there will think you're cute.
Do me persuasion. See how good he's gonna take.
since I'm
He's
right
not.
behind them, I'm listening to this
Not.
whole air conversation as it drifts on the wind, like or on the air back to me.
Yeah, I mean he's still crying.
Yeah, it's all right.
You haven't sued them, but you know.
He'll be fine when he's off the high.
Yeah.
It's good for him to get in touch with his emotions. Like, probably needed a good cry.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I am gonna also go over to Herrick though, because like I must have noticed.
Oh yeah, no, Tiaho is not being remotely quiet. Like, and you can hear her, like her cart is Herrick's cart is like buckling, like it's bucking as he's.
In that case, Etzley's gonna be laughing.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm gonna be like, Herrick, come here.
What?
Okay, two things.
You're doing great.
Come here where we can just talk, just you and me.
Okay.
All right, so I move him off. I'm like, all right, two things. Something is really up with Tiano, and you need to find out what the hell it is. And
She's just pissed because I locked her in.
no. Before even that happened, now she's like, we may just have to drop her off somewhere. She's just like, this is a whole thing. But I would talk to her and ask her about her feelings and what her problem is once she gets better. And also, you should know Etzley's going to kill her if you keep carrying her around.
Why? There's the easiest way to get her out of there.
And Etzley knows that.
Yeah. But
They're
Etzley
not there.
is not here and should stop metagaming.
Yeah.
I have never done metagaming.
Etzley. She's a little possessive of you. Like,
She doesn't
kind
own
of.
me.
I know she doesn't own you, but
No,
she
he's
kind of
be possessive of me.
because do you know how like do lizard folk have mates?
Yes. How do you think we make more lizard folks?
All right. So when a boy lizard folk and a girl like a lizard folk like each other very much and are very close and decide that they're going to have baby lizard folk, do they own each other?
No, they're mates.
No. But like even before they actually do the thing, but they're just like interested. Let's say one boy lizard folk really likes one girl lizard folk and had been investing a lot of time in convincing her to have eggs with him. And then some other boy lizard folk came over. How would he feel?
He wouldn't.
How would he react?
How would he react? What would happen? Would he just say, "Oh, thanks, that's great, I don't mind"?
Depends. Is the other also is there his rival? Is his rival stronger than him?
Let's assume they're about equal, or that he doesn't know. But I think the word you sort of zeroed in on was rival. That's how that's where Etzley's at. She's gonna start seeing Tiamo, whatever the hell her name is, as a rival, and then she's gonna kill her. So you gotta like deal with that situation. Because I don't want to hide the bodies of our interns.
I can talk to you, actually.
Yeah. Well,
to.
first, talk to Tiamo. What is her name?
Tiaho.
Tiaho. She's kind of she's being a real pip.
No, she's just angry.
Yeah.
Angry. I'll explain the situation once you know.
Don't explain. Let her tell you. Sometimes
she doesn't know what happened.
Yeah.
She was high.
Do you? All right. Listen. I understand human folk better than you do, right?
Yes.
Right. So I'm telling you, you can tell her about the succubus and the being high and all of that. But then you need to listen to what she tells you because something is going on in her noggin.
That makes her take drugs.
Something is up.
Okay.
All right. And then tell Edsley and tell her you're not going to sleep with Tiaho. You're not going to have eggs. There will be no eggs.
Well, Tiaho wouldn't be able to make eggs.
I know. Just make sure you know that she's not even on your radar of egg-laying people.
Okay.
Okay, and then conversation. Everything will be better. Okay, cool. Thank you. This was a good talk. I'm glad we did this.
I'm so glad we have Mama Felix around.
Blessed be Mama Felix.
The adult in the party.
Hey, I'm an adult. I'm just a very different thinking adult.
All right.
I feel like Herrick is that parent that tells his kids that when they're faced with a bully to just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
That's what my grandma used to tell me to do.
That's about right.
I got into a lot of fights.
It depends. Is the bully stronger than you?
They never were.
Yeah. You show dominance.
I also played dirty when I was a kid. I was really mean.
No, that's just clever fighting.
Yeah.
All right. So with Felix talking to Herrick about his stuff.
He needs to get his woman drama together.
That he doesn't know exist.
What is your plan for the rest of your day? You've spent an hour, checked up on your interns. They're not okay. They might need some therapy.
They'll be fine.
I'm gonna read now. I've done the best I can.
Well, someone's gonna. Are you gonna pull over and stop for like after?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, let's ride until we find somewhere where we can pull over and have so we're not camping in the middle of the road. And
how far do we need to go to find some place like that?
Who's leading the part? Eric, Rumble Survival.
Oof.
Oh, it'll take you about another 4 hours before you find yourself a good camping off spot.
Well, at least some of them will be all of them will be
all of them will be better.
Yeah.
At least they'll be not high. Better is probably not the right word though.
Yeah, they're fine.
They'll be not high.
Yeah, so we can actually talk with them.
Sure. If are they better? Oof, there's a different question. Okay. So yes, after 4 hours of not silence, because Tiaho has been yelling most of those 4 hours.
Calm down.
You find yourself a nice little there's just a little the tunnel just gets kind of wider, and you can see that this is a spot where lots of people kind of pull off into the pull off, and you can kind of find yourself a nice little spot, side of the road. But it's it's already starting to get populated with a few carts, and people are already kind of setting up camp for the night. So you're not the first ones here. It's relatively obvious that this is a popular campsite for the day. So you managed to pull over. Let's start with Tiaho. See how Tiaho's doing. Still screaming.
I go over and
don't open that door.
I open the door.
The first thing that you see is Tiaho standing at your door with her sword drawn at you. And as soon as she sees you, takes a deep breath, puts her sword away, and says, "I quit."
Why?
And walks down the road.
Cool.
I walk after her.
What are you gonna do to her? Say to her?
I go, "Why are you quitting?"
You violated my myself. I had every right to do what I wanted to, and you dragged me into a place and locked me up.
We saved you.
You saved me from what?
A succubus.
Oh.
You were. That party was gonna end with you all being eaten.
Oh, is that so? Well,
yes.
You can roll a persuasion, see if you can calm her down.
18.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that is not bad at all. She stops and says, "Do not ever pick me up again."
Okay.
And she walks back to the cart. She does not go in. She just sits outside the cart.
I will say she did go willingly.
Not really.
Nah, not really.
I mean, you asked if she wanted a piggyback ride,
and then I picked her
she
up.
said yeah.
She's
just mad that you locked her in there.
Let's see who is next. Orsic, who you told had a secret stash too. Oh, and he's totally figured it out. That you don't have a secret stash.
Oh yeah.
So what? Yeah. So Orsic, is sitting very silently on one of your benches in your cart.
And Etsley's gonna give him the disappointed mom stare with her arms crossed.
You lied to me.
Yeah, that's because you were high off your ass. Have you ever dealt with someone who was high before? They don't listen unless you have more drugs.
I do not appreciate being lied to.
I also don't appreciate you just taking drugs willy-nilly.
Did we not just spend an evening at a tavern where we all had a little bit too much fun?
Not all. I didn't take a thing. It's because I know that if I don't know the person, the drugs are automatically suspicious.
It seems like we have
plus you were taking drugs from a succubus.
Seems like we have a bit of a double standard on who's allowed to have fun around here.
Oh no, you just gotta be careful about when you have fun. That means not having fun when there's a succubus around.
You can roll persuasion, see how persuasive you are.
Oh, well, I mean, the lowest you can get is literally 21, so.
Ah. 21. You see him look down at the floor and be like, fine. And doesn't say much else to you for the rest of the evening. That takes us to Shava.
She's gonna let him feel like the motherly disappointment.
Did we lock up Shava with also promise of drugs?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, Etsley did, not me.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Good luck with that, Shavars.
opens up the door, going da 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 da. Da, 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 da.
You're the dorky mom.
That's just rubbing it in.
On the bright side, Shava is not the best at investigating things. So she is still looking.
Thank God. Like, oh, you want me to show you where it is?
You can blame it on
Yeah.
Okay, well, actually, can you head out of the cabin? It is my secret stash, so.
Oh, yes.
If you couldn't find it, you can keep looking, but I'll just get it.
Oh no, I just want it. It's fine.
All right, well, just like.
So she'll step out and kind of patiently wait.
Damn it, Etsley! I'll come out like, I think she took my stash, bitch.
She would. She's so sneaky. I never really trusted her.
Well,
Like,
you know, watch your back. Watch
I
your wallet
joined for
runner.
you.
Yeah, like, you know, don't carry a lot of gold in an obvious place.
She would. You
I'll
can
get us
also
some more.
roll a persuasion
I'll get us some more.
More like deception.
or deception. Yeah,
It's
It's probably the same for you.
Yeah. I'll do guidance in myself as well. Oh, it's.
I believe in you. You can do this.
Oh yeah, no.
Blame me.
She glares over at Etsley's car.
When we get up top, I know how to find them growing. It's fine.
Okay. God. Can't trust her with anything. So
No.
you got
having a criminal on your team.
Yeah.
you totally have Shava convinced that Etsley stole your drugs. Okay. Bruno is blue balled.
Mm-hmm.
And he's totally figured it out. I mean, yeah, he's.
Well, I mean, we talked about it.
You talked about it. Yeah, he's just looking. He's just sitting in. He has found his spell book and is sitting there reading his spell book. Quietly to himself.
I think you need to have a conversation similar to the conversation you had with Herrick. Or you can do motherly disappointment just like I did.
I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to be like, all right, you want to talk it out?
And you left the kitchen.
You know, I've been trying so hard with all the girls, and it's not going well.
I know.
And she seems so nice, and I thought I was going to this time, and I just didn't know what to do. Like I was there, and it was so lovely.
I love the face you're making. It's beautiful.
If we have Bruno's losing his virginity as a side quest.
Yes.
Basically, we do at this point, and it's not what I signed up for, but that's all right. That's all right. Sometimes these things happen.
All of us are Bruno's wingman.
Yep.
It's going to be like Bruno. I get it. You know, it's hard. It's hard. The adventurer's life is not one where one has a lot of. I mean, look around at us. Do we look like a bunch of people who have it together romantically? No.
Have you seen Estley?
Have you seen Herrick?
It's ridiculous around here. I hate that this is the lifestyle, but you know, it's not it's not forever. You know, you spend a couple couple years. Then what happens is you get a reputation, and then you get a couple scars, and the women start coming to you. That's what happens.
and you can roll your persuasion for Bruno or for yourself to convince Bruno that not to be sad.
You're so persuasive.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, so persuasive.
That's good. That's a good roll. He just okay. Thank you, Felix.
It's all right, honey. It's all right.
And he reaches out to give you a hug. Not sure how big into hugs Felix is, but
Not hugely, but she'll give him one of those little taps.
Oh dear.
Tap. All right, suck it up. Let's go.
All right. So yes.
Herrick, while all this is happening, Herrick will go over to Edsley.
Mhm.
So apparently, according to Felix, I'm supposed to make it clear that I don't want to mate with Yahoo. To you.
Oh,
I don't know why either.
I mean, I kind of figured, but thanks.
I walk back.
Great.
And Slee's gonna look over at Felix and give her a thumbs up.
I got you, girl. I got you.
Playing
Chaotic
cool.
neutral friends for life.
All right. So you have successfully kept your interns from completely rioting after you kidnapped them.
After we saved them.
Yeah. So how long are you gonna?
we could've just left them.
How long are we gonna stay at the rest stop?
Probably overnight.
Okay.
We couldn't leave.
Yeah,
Bruno,
it's been like 4 hours since we started.
Yeah, it's been like you've been traveling for 8 hours all around today. So.
All right, so I'll read for another 4 hours and then go to bed, I guess.
Yeah,
That sounds like a good plan.
That
I'm gonna do
sounds
that
like-
too.
yeah, that sounds like bad.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do 8 hours and meditate.
Okay. Yeah. So add your amount of hours. Are you gonna do lookouts, or are you gonna just
I'll look up
Hope for
every
the
once in a
best.
while from the book.
I'll ask Petunia to keep an eye out while I'm reading.
Oh, I also have Chomper. I can have a Chomper to keep a lookout.
Chomper? Yeah, I don't think Chomper needs to sleep, so
No, he doesn't.
at all. So yeah, Chomper can do a lookout for you.
Chomper.
So yeah, we can do perception for the people doing lookouts.
That's for Chomper. Chomper has very
Man,
good.
Chomper, look at that perception out of him. Goodness.
Chomper has very, very good perception for some reason. I
Does.
don't know why. That's in his stat block.
Yeah, no, I think he's supposed to be like I think originally in the artificer stuff, like he could be like a guard dog kind of thing. So
Mm.
yeah, so that's where that comes from. Which is fine. He's a construct. So yeah, Chomper does a really great job at being vigilant. He doesn't need to sleep or anything, so he doesn't get tired or distracted.
And he can't be surprised.
Yeah. So for the most part, he the road stays a little busy for a bit into your sleep, but after a while, it just every once in a while you see a cart, but it takes quite the person. Not that it's dark out or anything, because it's not like the light level changes here, but it takes quite the person to continue to push into nighttime in the Underdark, because it's tiresome and whatnot. So the road is just very quiet. You haven't found like a cave or anything. It's just kind of a wider part of the King's Road, really, that it is. So he's got a pretty good view of everything going on. But yeah, besides the occasional cart, not much happens while Chomper's up and about.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's our for the night.
I mean, Chomper can do that for the night if he wants to.
Yeah,
He doesn't need
because he
sleep.
can't sleep.
He doesn't need to sleep.
Yeah, Chomper doesn't need to sleep.
He's a big.
He's just a big
He
old.
can be put to sleep. He's not immune to that, which is a bit weird.
But I don't think he needs to sleep. He's
No.
more like a whatchamacallit, a Warforged kind of thingy.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So next day, I guess. Right?
Next day, yeah. What are we up to?
I'm imagining all of our interns as teenagers now.
Yeah.
My God.
I mean, they are rightfully, like, somewhat rightfully pissed at us.
Maybe we should over like dinner or whatever. Tell them about the succubus. And just we didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what we do.
Glowing red crystals on their necks, and they all turned around like zombies. Got a little bit creepy.
And we didn't exactly have time to like stand there and explain the situation to them while they were high.
Because we wanted to be inconspicuous, and they were also high.
Yeah, we could talk to him.
We did it because we care.
You sound really defensive.
I love that. I love this dynamic with your interns right now. It is also not the dynamic I thought that you would all build with your interns, but
Well,
I'm glad
mine's cool.
my episodes of watching Saved by the Bell have come in useful.
Java's doing all right. Okay, so yeah, after breakfast, hit the road, Jack.
Hit the road, Jack. Do you have a plan for hitting the road, Jack? Still just sticking to the King's Road, hoping for the
let's go
non-succubus.
Well, I thought we were heading to the mercenaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So still on King's Road, pretty much. You had like 2 days ish.
Yeah.
Worth of travel before you kind of bumped into the next settlement.
Mm-hmm.
That you know of. So yes, I'm assuming you're gonna make your interns drive again.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So let me get some animal handling from them.
Okay. Cow shop.
Ooh.
Yeah, better than last
Oh,
time.
yay.
Bumps.
Oh, Orsix got it.
No more motherly disappointment for him.
Nope. He's got it.
And there we go.
Bruno. There's
Oh.
Bruno. Ah,
Yes.
I like that.
Whew.
Super cool. Okay. So, let's start at we'll start at the highest. Which is Orsic. You Etsley have just a smooth. It's God. He's gotten so much better, Orsic, at driving this cart. It's such a smooth ride. You don't find yourself having to correct him or like be distracted from your book. Everything just kind of goes smoothly. So you just get to read uninterrupted. Same thing with Bruno. You do kind of like especially compared to yesterday, we were super chatty and had like a lot to say. He's very quiet today. You kind of hear the odd sniveling coming from the driver's seat. He still a little sad and doesn't want to talk about it, but as far as his driving is actually concerned, he did a pretty good he did a good job of keeping a nice smooth ride going for you. Herrick, your cart every once in a while kind of swerves, and you're pretty sure she's doing it on purpose. But it's not enough for you to like say anything about it. But
She's almost as salty as that fish we ate at that lake.
yeah, there's a little bit of salt to that.
Okay.
Just a little bit of salt to that. And that takes us to Shava. How about for the most part, just seems like you guys are. Remind me of your order. It's
we're last.
Eric. You're
I'm-
last. You like a lot of your ride is like she kind of like pulls off to like the side of Felix's cart so she can like see and like pass Felix's cart. And as you look up, you can kind of see that she's like trying to like look at like try to find Etzley's cart, like where is she? Like like if I pull off this like far enough out, can I see her and like give her a glare? So there's a bit of distraction going on, but like
Right.
nothing
Nothing
that's gonna really cause you trouble. It's just like there's just a lot of just bumping around with your ride. And at
I
the
love this.
at the end of your trip, you do you find a another kind of similar to kind of the lake, except that there's no water, like there's not a lake, but the kind of this outcropping where the King's Road just kind of it continues, but you see traffic kind of go off to the side a little bit into this much larger cave. And people are just kind of parking their carts all over this large cave where people can go. There seems to be like a smaller cave that goes off into the distance. Otherwise, it just seems to be a very like everyone's just kind of parked in here, just large campground kind of thing.
Okay. This is where we're gonna stay overnight. Again.
Yeah.
So
All in.
So we can add 8 hours to our reading.
You can add 8 hours to your reading.
Excellent.
Also, I'm gonna talk to Shava about what kind of ingredients she needs to make healing potions, because I know she needs like 25.
She does.
So-
25 gold's worth of stuff.
Yeah. So
Micro, what are you up to? Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
that's okay. Yeah. So I'll just talk with her about that. That was it.
Yeah. So you want her to make a potion between? Well, she can't because she's driving.
Right.
But...
So more like, what do we need to go buy? I basically want to like make small talk with her to get her mind off Etzley.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Do just a charisma. Just charisma.
Okay. I was doing math on my reading time. Charisma.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, so for the most part, she does like a lot of that. Like, yeah, we'll get that. I'm sure we'll get that for you. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds about right.
I tried. All right. Yeah, so then if we're gonna set up, we have the evening too, right? So...
You have a little bit of time. Chrissy, you had something you were asking for something.
Oh yeah, how far Herrick was? I think she's benchmarking her hours to Herrick's.
Yeah, I'm like 2 hours behind you. So what's?
I'm at 30. I'm at 36.1.
All right. So
Say 36.
No, that means 10. Those
10 minutes. 6 minutes. Those 6 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah.
all right. So I'll probably read for 4 hours and then sleep for 8
Okay.
here in the camp.
What's the threshold again?
48.
40. Yeah.
It's at 48 and
Yeah.
6 days, and I think this is the 4th day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'll read for a couple of for 2 hours.
Okay.
And then I am gonna go over to Tiago.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna sit down and go. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean about what I did.
Well, thank you for apologizing. That Etsy's been giving me some very dirty looks.
Well, according to Felix,
Oh no.
according to Felix, I think Edsley thinks that you trying to be my mate, and she's angry because of that. But I already told her that that's not a thing, so it should be good.
Okay, roll me an insight.
15.
Yeah, no, she doesn't seem to react to it. Seems perfectly calm about the whole situation.
She is perfectly calm.
Perfectly calm about the whole thing.
I guess we're getting to what I'm doing now.
Yes. What are you doing now?
Okay, so this is the mercenary city, right?
There's no city around. You're just kind of at a rest stop.
Yeah,
We're at a rest stop?
Yeah, rest stop at the
we're not at the mercenary outpost thing yet.
Oh, well then I'm just gonna do what Felix is doing and just read for 4 hours.
Okay. Yeah, you could add the 8 hours from the day and then 4 hours.
Yeah, I guess I gotta keep track of it myself now.
Yeah, so Shavars is going to
Question,
do
how much would it be?
40.
Thank you.
4 and 4, which brings her up to 46.
Oh,
because I get an extra 2 hours.
You get a lot of extra
yeah.
just because you don't sleep as much as
Right.
everyone else does.
So after 2 hours tomorrow, I can
you
drive.
You can raise your stats. Your whatever stat you chose. I forget what you chose.
It's 1, 2, right?
Yes. Pick a stat.
It was the yoga one. It was dexterity because it was a yoga one.
Yes.
Mine's the smooth talk one.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get your charisma.
Mine's at a bunch of steel.
It goes without saying that. So for those of you who are doing like actual physical things, you've been practicing your
yoga
thing.
and
So
stuff.
the reading goes along hand with like actually practicing these things and exercising and whatnots.
I like to think I've been practicing pickup lines in front of a mirror.
Yes, that also works.
And I've also been practicing my whole lizard mating movement thing.
Oh yeah, like nodding the head, making.
That sounds good. All right.
That's another thing I've been practicing.
Anything else you all want to do this evening?
I love all this drama we have.
I did not expect to build so much. I added 4 extra characters, and I'm like, okay, now we're going to be dramatic about it. I love it.
No, getting set the guard dog, generally, and then I'll,
Okay, so are we gonna just leave the Chomper to do all the guard dogging?
I mean, he has a pretty good perception. He has a plus.
He does have a
8.
pretty good perception.
And there's a lot of other people around.
Yeah, and he doesn't need to sleep. He is actually very useful in that capacity. I did not think of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can certainly do some help.
Yeah, go for it. Give me a perception for jumpers.
23.
Pretty good. It would have required very much because as the camp starts to quiet down. So a lot of these camps have been very similar, as in like you get there fairly early and it's not empty, but as the night progresses, more and more people arrive and it starts to get crowded. There's talking, there's dancing, somebody's playing a lute down the campsite, and other there's music, and then eventually the music dies down, people go to bed and all that. This time kind of in the early in the night, it's kind of when things get quieting down. Chomper starts to hear knocking on camp doors, pretty much on campers and trailer, whatever, carts and stuff. Just hello, I'm looking for some help. Not quite. Looking for some help? And then nobody answers and goes down to the next one. Hello? Looking for some help?
He's gonna go over and so since I'm asleep and therefore incapacitated technically, he acts on his own according to rules. So he's gonna go over and wake me up.
Okay.
That's what he would do.
And then so yeah, he wakes you up and you hear down the down a little bit further from it's not on your cart. Hello? Could use some help?
I go down there.
You see a
Oh, on the way, can I knock on the other guy? I don't know.
You want to wake everyone else up? Yeah, you can wake everyone else up. How is everyone else gonna bother to wake up?
No, not until I'm woken up.
It's Herrick. Of course she's gonna wake up.
It's still fairly early into your this is pretty much the first shift, so you haven't quite gotten much of a sleep. For those of you who want to wake up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shavaris would still be reading then.
Probably, yeah. So Shavaris would probably also hear. Hello.
All right, yeah, she pokes her head out.
They're
Chrissy,
gonna come.
do you know that you're
come.
muted? Do you know that? Just to... Or Felix.
Oh, yep. I'm sorry. I'll wake up and go. My God.
They're gonna come to our cart eventually, so we might as well go suit them.
Okay. Who is it? Yeah, go look. Have a
look. All right. Yeah. Probably Shavaris noticed it. It's a drow. Oh, it's the Underdark. It's full of them.
Yeah. I met some nice ones.
Not all bad.
He's Shavaris again would probably be the one who notices because they age around the same way that elves age. So he looks rather youngish. Not kind of the wizened old elves kind of thing. A little bit of a younger elf.
What, like
drow?
The equivalent of like early 20s for humans? Or?
Yeah. Early to mid 20s if you have to take a guess. They're not very old. Not that I don't think Shavaris is that old because she's on her sabbatical for college anyway. They're probably around the same age you are.
Okay.
He seems rather scrawny and mousy looking drow. Just and you if you sit there and observe him, goes up to each cart and for the most part he seems to just be ignored. Nobody seems to come out of their whatevers, and everyone's just every once in a while when he bumps into a campsite that doesn't have a cart, people just kind of tent it out. People just kind of shoo him away and go away. But nobody seems to be trying to talk to him or stop him in any way, shape, or form. And he's slowly kind of heading down, methodically hitting each campsite at a time.
Well, should we walk up as a group?
Sure.
He's gonna come to our carts at some point, so
yeah, well, we'll leave the interns can stay behind.
Yeah.
The four of us can go.
Yeah, they can sleep. It's fine.
All right.
The five of us, since Jumper's there too.
Jumper's there.
Jumper could, since the interns are still asleep.
That's actually probably
stay behind.
That is probably a good point. Yes.
Yeah.
Jumper will stay behind and keep an eye out.
All right. So you approach him. He's about ready to knock on the next cart when you approach him. What are you all gonna say to him?
Hey, what do you need help with?
Oh, adventurers. You look like you got some muscles, and kind of looks at Harry.
Yes.
I've got a great proposition for you all. My name is Dranos. I am a mage, and I am looking for the god's dream.
Okay. Is that a drink?
It's a mineral.
Uh-huh. And It's around here.
It's a little bit off, but I will gladly pay you all handsomely, of course.
Oh well, we're kind of on a deadline. We want to get to this place.
I would like to insight check him.
Oh yeah, go
Same.
for it. Yeah, you
I'll
can do
assist.
inside tech.
Okay.
I'll assist.
Oof. 17.
17. He's very excited that someone is talking to him.
That's never a good sign. It's a sign of desperation.
Well-
Say, well, what is this God's dream, and why do you want it so much?
Oh, well, you know the King's Road, and he kind of waves his hands very like,
Yeah, I'm on it.
the thing. Yeah. Well, this was made by a god long time ago, or through the Underdark. The god Torog went right through here. But he left behind this mineral called the God's Dream, and I want to get my hands on it for research.
Is it worth a lot of money?
Is it a life or
Not
death
if you don't know
situation?
what you're doing with it. But I am a mage. I can definitely adventurers like you. I could anything you want. I could probably get. You armor, magic armor, and kind of waves his hands at Felix.
Mm-hmm. Listen. Other than research, what does that mean? Like, what does it do? What is it so valuable about this that you would go into the Underdark in the middle of the night and just bug random people to get it?
It's it's knowledge. We all need knowledge, right?
Okay,
Like,
now I want to do an insight. Like
Yeah,
before, I
please.
believed him, but now I'm kind of feeling like
Can I assist again?
No, I'll assist.
Yeah,
Okay.
you assist. Yeah.
now that's starting a bit dodgy.
I mean, he's overly enthusiastic for sure.
But is he, when he's talking about the research bit, is he not being fully forthcoming with the value or the value of what this mineral?
The value of
contains?
the research. Again, the most that you get, like he's definitely over enthusiastic. But without you don't know what research is doing, but he's very like
I think
it's way too much
false
enthusiasm.
errand.
All right, I'm going to bed.
I am gonna follow Felix.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
dude.
no. I got let's see. There's I have a cloak of protection. That's good, right? I have these I can make
Esley's gonna keep
swords.
walking.
It is good stuff, you guys. It's just one little trip, right?
Yeah, just a little trip, right? I can pay handsomely.
Travaris, if you have you forgotten that nothing with us is a little trip?
It'll just be a quick in and out, like you and
Yeah,
Herrick.
quick in and out, like she said. No, you. I mean, look at you all. You look like you are doing.
It might be a good dry run for the
adventurers.
interns.
I have not seen adventurers like you in years. You look at this big guy. Oh, look at those muscles, and you look so nimble and you capable. And I just I've never seen adventurers like you. I bet it wouldn't even be a bother to you.
Tell you
Oh
what,
yes, keep sucking our dick.
what we're not so much interested in money as in information. Do you know a lot about the Underdark?
Oh, I have a tower not too far from here. I'm a mage after all. I can I have books on giant library. Anything that you want, any information I could find for you.
What's the thing we're looking for? Was the tunnel to what? She looks around like
Suck.
I don't drive. I'm in the back. I just follow.
Suck.
Yeah, can you get us to sock, but not through the regular methods, through a secret method?
Oh, I'm sure that I have maps for any part of the Underdark you want.
I'm sure you do.
Did you just say maps for the Underdark, a place that consistently changes?
That is my job. And my job is to
That must be your
keep
hard
an eye on the King's Road and how it changes and shifts. It's what do they call it in the upper world? Geology.
Yeah.
Geographer.
Cartographer.
Well, look. What if we went to see if your maps have what we need, and then, if they do, we'll do the job. Would you guys be up for that?
And throw in some of this other cloak of protection or whatever stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna need it. And we need to find out more about what this job entails. Like, where do we have to go? What do we have to do? Who do we have
We need to tell our interns.
We need to draft a contract.
We need to contact our lawyer.
We are LDE Ltd, and
We
you
are a
know,
company, yeah.
Oh, I knew today was the day that if I went out here, I would find professionals just like you. Oh, you don't know
Have you been knocking
how many
on
of these
random strangers'
amateur
doors for like weeks?
Trying
they're
to.
all amateurs. They don't know what they're doing. Clearly, you all are professionals.
All right. Well, first of all,
we are.
how
This is true.
how far away is your tower, and how far away is this mineral? Because we don't want to be gone for like a week here. We want to be like
We're going somewhere.
an afternoon kind of job. We're looking at.
All right. You see that tunnel over there, and he points to a rather small-looking tunnel at the other end of your little campground. It's the only exit there. You'll find a go on through, and you'll find a big old chasm. It's got my tower right in the middle of it.
Yeah, we're doing this.
We need to
Last
tell our
time we
interns.
went down a random tower, a random tunnel with only one exit. Things went really bad.
Well, I mean, we're still alive, so they didn't go that bad.
I don't know.
If we're gonna do it, we need to tell our interns.
Fine, we'll all go on the field trip in the weird tunnel to find the thing for some reason.
All right, maps first.
Nobody's succubus.
Yeah, do you know about the partying succubus around here?
Anaris?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you got to meet her. Did you get to party with her?
a little. Why? What's up?
Oh no, she. Oh, if I could get a hand on one of those crystals, I hear that once you get them, you get to that they're just incredibly powerful magic.
At what cost?
She gives everything for free.
Nope, I'm not trusting this.
Can I insight check him now?
You can. You gonna insight about Anaris?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
insight
no.
him in general.
He's as far as you can tell, he's being very like Anaris gives everything out for free.
I don't trust him,
I don't trust him either.
but he's gonna give a shit, so it's fine.
All right. Yep. Let's wake up the interns and go down the
No,
tunnel.
can we sleep first, and we'll do it in the morning at
Yeah.
least.
Oh
I get
yes,
my-
I will have breakfast for you ready in the morning. Oh, it's such a pleasure. I don't think I caught your names.
I'm Shavaris.
I'm Edstile.
Herrick.
Sue.
Pleasure to meet all of you. Like I said, just down that tower. Just, you won't miss it. Just down that tunnel, you won't miss it.
Mhm.
See you in the
Okay.
morning.
And yeah. So to bed.
Yep. Bed. To bed.
To
All right.
bed.
Um,
And with that, I think that's a good spot to stop because
I feel like this whole session was just R&D desperately trying to get us to do a side quest battle, but us completely avoiding it
I mean, we did the whole
In-
circus.
in favor of reading and studying so we can get extra stuff.
I mean, he didn't really give us a reason to go to the first one. So
To be fair, none of them are actually any like I should. There's just things that happen.
They're encounters. You have
They're
those in-
encounters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have
they
those
But we
in
have
D&D.
drama from it.
Yeah, apparently. 'Cause, like,
And the
okay.
rolls.
Like, but I think this is a good spot to stop so that I can actually get whatever comes next in this encounter
Yes,
set
this
up.
part of the hologram hasn't been built.
Yes, there's nothing. There is nothing outside of this at the moment.
I can't wait to find out how whatever her name is feels about what Herrick said. Tiaho.
Tiaho. Oh yes. I'm very glad that we got to do high school drama today. That's good.
I mean, might as
we
well.
really mixed it up in this game.
You do.
Yeah, everything from
Drama, high
Yes.
school drama.
prom, sneaking out of prom.
Don't forget, we all need to get Bruno laid now.
I
Yes.
know.
40-year-old
Ridiculous.
virgin.
We have to educate him about women, and that just because a woman is pretty does not mean that she's good for you.
Correction, everyone but Herrick has to do that because I don't think Herrick should be involved in that process.
Herrick has enough drama to deal with as it is.
I might involve Herrick just
That's for the fun of it.
because, you know,
No, I
why
agree
leave
with
the
you.
guy
We
out?
should.
Well, and if
I'll be
you
like explaining what a bachelor party is. Say basically, no one's getting married, but that's what you do.
well, if you want to find out whether or not we are successful on our Bruno side quest, come back next week.
That's really the important side quest.
Yeah. Where we will continue the adventure. So thank you to our DM, R&D, who puts up with our silliness. And to everyone for playing their characters and having a good time. So until next time, goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. Say goodbye, party.
Bye.
Party.
Yay, they did the bit. Okay.